Oh, have you doubled those dice?
Hello, everybody, and we are back with session 36,
What?
Tale of Two Brothers. Um, so,
Wow.
without further ado, I will get into the recap from last session. So, uh, the party set off in the direction of Shadewallow, with a Blue turning into a goat and transporting Saber and Darian down the cliff. As night fell, Blue found a safe cave for the party to hunker down for the night. During the night, Z questioned Darian about his shiftiness when pirates were mentioned. Darian told Z about his checkered past and how he used to be a skivvy on one of the ships for the Burmok tribe. Whilst the party rested, Blue and Hawkeen went out to find wood, and Hawkeen told Blue what happened in Shadeswallow. He told Blue that there were three ships, and after a large bang, a farmhouse shattered. When he found the crows that he was looking for, a pirate caught him, put him in a bag, and beat him. In the night, he managed to escape by opening the latch of the cage and fleeing with the rest of the crows. He was then shot with an arrow by one of the pirates, and the crows carried him home. He also told you he wanted to take an eye from a big pirate with a ginger mohawk called Ush. After Blue's watch, you woke Kaya, who exited the cave and stood on the ledge, and unfortunately fell off the ledge. When Kaya was lying on the floor, she felt a wetness on her face, realizing it was drool, and hearing a dog whining. You bolted up to see your dog tattoo on the back of your hand, and it was whimpering. After taking your watch, Z took over, where Z memorized some of the ingredients that Z was looking for that next day. And Darian, when it was time for your watch, you practiced your mage hand by rolling a coin between its fingers. After a long rest, the party continued down the pass and off the mountain. Blue, you summoned some slightly strange goats, and the party made their way down the valley.
Making the way.
After doing this twice, Blue, you led the party to the grassy slopes around the mountain, sort of northern outskirts of Shadeswallow. Stopping before you got on into the town, the party discussed different methods to how to handle the pirates, including tying up Darian and sneaking in under the pretense of having captured him. Blue, you decided to turn into a rat and tied yourself to Hawkeen, and the two of you circled around the town. You saw the four towers of the guard camp, one burnt to the ground, and you could just make out figures of four groups back to back in the inside the camp. You saw someone being pushed off a dock, and more figures, more large figures, and six houses that had been leveled. You also saw these three ships decorated with a skull and tidal wave symbol that you'd seen before. Arriving back at the party, Blue told the rest of you what had happened, and again, you discussed what to do. You had the idea of just walking into town and figuring out what happened in the town before beginning the last leg of the journey. After a couple of hours, as the sky began to grow dark, Kaya, you saw a dim light coming from a hole in the ground. Sneaking up to a hole with Z, you heard a female's voice say, "Don't worry, I'm sure he's safe. They haven't hurt anyone yet. We just have to get out of here. Don't worry, I'll find him." And when Kaya, you peered into the hole, you saw a female fire genasi wearing silver armor with purple trim, holding a short sword, shielding a young boy wearing a tunic. After she checked you for marks, and you did the same, she exited the hole. She introduced herself as Glath and a young boy as Boone. She took a cloak off Kaya to hide the light that she was emitting from her hair, and proceeded to tell you some of the information. Sorry. The pirates took down the town quickly with a large force. She thinks that all but her from the guard had been captured. Boone had told her that the pirates had been taking food, water, and any valuables from anyone they could see or find. She told you that the mayor of Shadeswallow, Bracabella, is under house arrest. She also told you that Boone was one of the guard's sons, and she had been planning to try and get get him off the island, or get the Goliaths involved from the mountain. And she'd also told you about a druid called Ulrich Mock who had gone missing. After taking a closer look at Z, she also produced a piece of parchment that showed a bounty for Z on it. It was a crudely drawn image of a younger Z, but definitely had the correct spelling of your name. Deciding that you should get some rest before going into action, you headed around the woods with Glath and Boone. And Glath told you, Blue, that she hadn't seen any bees for a couple of days. As you began to bed down for the night, you heard a loud bang from a cannon, and peering through the trees, you saw the windmill on the other side of the bay explode. And that is where we begins tonight's session. Don't think I've missed anything.
Sorry, did we get a long rest? Did we say?
No.
Oh.
No, you were about to have a long rest before you heard this cannon go off and the windmill on the other side of the bay shatter and explode. Just for context, you guys are around this area.
Yes. Yeah, because we moved near the mayor's house. How far out are we from there? I assume pretty far out, so they can't see the glimmer of Glath.
She's got a cloak on, hood up, and she's peering through the trees. She's like only emitting light from the front of her. You're probably 5-10 minute walk into town, like to get into like sort of following this, like going across the grass. Mm-hmm. Give you an arrow, so it's like this way. So if you were going to walk into town, it's about 10 minutes. Maybe a bit longer for Saber in his heavy armor.
There we go.
Z turns to everyone after seeing the windmill. Did we say that it was the middle ship that we think that the cannonball came from?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. If you give me a perception check, Z. Just...
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, you assume it's the middle ship.
6.
Yeah. Yeah. Glath.
Go on. Sorry.
She, as you hear the bang, you all like turn, wheel round to stare, and like peer through the trees and watch this windmill sort of tilt, like teeter for a second, and then just collapse in on itself and shatters as it hits the floor. You can hear just like the rumbling of like and splintering wood as it like comes across the bay. She turns, she goes, "Fuckers!" Like that, and then like goes wide-eyed and turns and looks slightly at Boone, who is sort of just trying to see through the trees.
How often are they using these cannons, Glath? Do you know, is there like a pattern, or is it just quite sporadic?
They've done it a couple of times now. They levelled a group of houses when they first came here, and then took another pot shot at the guards a couple of days ago.
Do you think it's in retaliation to anything that, like, any sort of resistance in the town, or is it just? Do you know if anything like that's happening?
I don't know. Maybe, but why the windmill?
Just to show a force. Guys, I think it's whilst those guns are still usable and active, I think it's a suicide mission for the town as well as us to go into town and start upsetting things. I think we need to, and I'm saying this to Glath as well, and more than happy for her to cut in. And Z will stop every now and again just to see if someone says something. I think we need to recon, and I think we need to take those ships out before we think about the town.
I think the cannons do seem to be a show of force that we don't really want to have to be dealing with right now. Well, as in like dealing with whilst in the town. I mean,
Darian, whilst you were on the ship that you were on, Are all of the ships? Do you think all of the ships are run the same, or do you think each ship has its own rules? Is that something that you remember?
So I always actually, there's some question. I will get back to you on this, but is there one question I want to ask Chris? Am I in a close enough view? I guess I know it's quite dark, but am I able to like see whether the ship that I was on is here, or
Give me a perception check.
just rolled a 16 for a 21.
Awesome. Looking out at the bay, you see these three ships. Each of them is slightly different, has their own unique features. Like some of them are sporting different coloured sails, or made from a different type of wood to the other ships. There, you don't see a familiar ship there. There's no, not the ship that you were on.
Do I recognise any that I may have come across?
You look at one of the ships, which be the middle ship, as it's sort of like bobbing slowly and twisting slightly in the water as it sat there. You see the front; it comes round, and you see I can't remember what the front of the ship's called. Like the figurehead is in the shape of a hand, sort of grasping for something. And you would know that this ship is called the Mad Hand, and it is run by a captain called Orbu, a female pirate captain called Orbu.
Cool. And also, going back to what Z was asking, would I know? Is there? Would I know about whether they're run differently or if they would run in a similar fashion?
I think each captain has their own set of maybe individual things they prefer on their ship, rather than rules and regulations. Rules and regulations are pretty standard across all pirate ships. At certain times, you've got to be in bed. Certain things you're not allowed to do on ships, like gamble, for instance, is a big no-no. But all ships are sort of run slightly differently depending on who their captain is. Yeah, but
I'll translate that back to the group.
Yeah, when it comes to sort of shore leave, anything goes. Sort of bit of let your hair down, should you say?
Then I think we need to maybe recon the ships.
Do I know much about this Orbu, or do I just know of her name? Is she quite?
Give me a history check. You can do it with advantage.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll need it for sure.
What's the distance from the shore for this bottom left ship? Just out of curiosity.
That is a 12.
12. Okay. You remember something about her being tortured?
Okay.
But don't remember much else.
Any sort of personality traits or anything like that? I've heard about.
Remember.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, you can remember. And Saber, potentially 500 feet.
Okay.
But you're not, without doing a full recce, you wouldn't know.
Or is this the closest one to the shore, or is this the middle one we're talking about?
The left one from the left.
Left.
The bottom left.
Right, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, we need to. I think we need to take these ships out, and the cannons with them. However, we need to get some information first. Blue, are you able to do some flybys again and get us some information about who's on deck at night and crow's nest and things like that?
I think so. Glaf, you mentioned that they drink quite a lot. Would Darian or anyone, would you know if they drink
less on the ship? Like, can we be a little riskier going towards the ship, or should we be on more alert?
I mean, yeah, well, they definitely drank more on shore, from my understanding. I mean, on the ships, they're at work, and they get put to work a lot of the time.
All right, well, I can do. Probably don't want to get too close because I mean they've already shot Hawkeen once coming here. But we can do the same sort of drive by and just kind of look at the ships and maybe do another pass over town and see whether people congregated, I suppose, and maybe see Glaff. Sorry, go on.
Maybe we could just walk down to the coastline quickly this evening just to see if there are any moving lights on the deck. If you're a bit worried about Hawkeen.
No, I'm fine going round. I just don't want to get within 60 sort of feet.
Fair enough.
Thing.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
If it's from high up, do we think Hawking could also do a pass over that windmill just in case?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Sort of rebel or resistance trying to hide somewhere near there, and that's why they bombed it. It might be completely crazy.
Glaff, you've mentioned that they not hurt people, but I mean, destroying buildings, they could have people in. Did you see anyone get evacuated from buildings specifically before they were blown up or anything?
I didn't see a lot. The guards got rounded up pretty quick. I know they haven't been killing people, but they've been hurting people.
Well, I mean, if you're in a house that collapses because of a cannon that could potentially hit you.
Yeah. What I mean by that is they're not.
Yeah, they're not slaughtering people in the street.
They're not just going through and killing everybody they see. So I mean, if they kill somebody, they're not exactly gonna,
But they're not that fussed about making sure that
feel
people
sorry
don't
for
die.
it. But then they aren't gonna just start an all-out brawl for the sake of it. They are smarter than they look.
I mean, you say that, but go on.
No, go on. Finish off. You're still chatting. Sorry, I thought you finished.
No, I just think that, I mean, if this happened at Blizzard's Peak, we would have some sort of resistance. It's just a little. I know that the guards have gone, but even just the people, I've not really met a huge amount of half orcs or pirates, so I am a little worried.
Would the resistance have been quashed when this other druid didn't turn up?
Yeah, no, I suppose that could be a thing as well. I mean, you live here, Laff? Do you have any other information, or?
We saw the ships arrive in the bay. We assembled the guard to meet them on the beaches, and we were expecting Ulruk to turn up. He didn't, and when they started sending, tens of ships towards us, the little longboats, we just knew we were outnumbered. Some of them fled straight away. Some of the guard fled straight away.
Do you know
some stayed. Sorry?
You say they fled, so there might be more people that aren't captured.
They fled into the town, but they hit us so fast that I would have thought they'd been captured.
Right. Okay.
Some tried to fight and were easily, dispatched. They didn't necessarily kill anybody that I saw, but I can't say for certain. But we were just too weak against. We're a guard of 35 at the best, and that's including the reserves, and we didn't stand a chance.
No, I mean, I don't blame you. That's fair enough.
Well, then I think if everyone's happy, whilst we know, we think that they are not killing people. Are we happy to recon and have a rest, and we'll make a plan after recon after we've got some more information? Because I feel at the moment if we go in, we're going in blind.
Yeah, that's a good
I
idea.
don't want to go in blind. Yeah.
More info.
Then Blue, if you could do your stuff, and Glath, is there any chance I could have borrow your ear when Blue gets underway, please?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll just turn to Hawkeen. Be like, you up for another flyby, mate?
Yeah, all right then. Anything particular you want to see?
Yeah, want to go round the ships, but be a little careful. I'm sure you will, because you've already been hit before here. Yeah, we're just looking for maybe numbers of people on ships. So yeah, if you can keep a keen hawk eye out as well, Jeremy Renner, and then yeah, please just do that. Maybe take a flyby around the any of the collapsed buildings, especially the windmill that's just gone down now, and then maybe if you've got it in you, just anywhere there's a lot of people, good or bad, I guess, and just quick fly.
Sure. Yeah, he sort of waits for you to tie. He puts one leg out, waiting for you to tie a piece of rope on.
Yes, we do that expertly. With the same rope we used before, even though I chewed it. Don't ask questions, sir. It's fine.
Could use the other half of the bit you chewed.
Yeah, let's. I don't know. Now that you've mentioned it, I don't know if that's a good thing to do. Do I have to roll, or can we just attach a bit of rope to his leg?
Who's tying you on?
I'll tie the. Well, I wanted to last time just tie the rope to him, and then I'll climb in it.
How do you mean?
As in, like, make a little noose that's a bit snug, like a big belt. Maybe
so you're gonna
maybe a little swing or something.
Okay, right. So you're not getting yourself tied to Hawking. You're just gonna sort of.
I'll still be like locked in. Like I'll wrap both arms and legs around like the rope, so I can be secured in.
Cool. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Guidance, please.
Yeah.
Can I assist him whilst he's doing it?
Yeah. Roll with advantage.
Awesome.
So you just loop-de-loop and go. And
I know some knots.
Oh, sleight of hand, you say? Z should have done this. -1, +1. 13.
13.
Okay. Big fingers.
Fine. Yeah, you make a noose.
Like Z, like teaching a child how to tie their shoelaces in my head.
So the buddy goes this way, other buddy goes this way, this buddy goes this way, and that's not a knot.
Every time you pull it, first time you pull it, you just pulled loose. like a magician's trick.
Yeah. As you tie this rope to Hawking, who after 10 minutes is starting to get a little bit annoyed at you, standing there on one leg and having to like wait and then put his leg down and keep lifting it up every time you want to reattempt this. But after the fifth attempt, you manage to get this tied into a knot. You then transform into a rat again.
There'll be a weasel because they get hearing as well as smell.
Okay, cool. You turn into a weasel. Give me 2 perception checks as you take off into the sky with Hawking.
Yes, sir. Oh, roll off a 20. Oh, they're not great. But my pluses. So that's a 14 and a 12.
Cool. Hawking takes off, and you see Hawking is really flapping wings to lift himself and Blue into the air. He's almost taking like just big swipes at his wings as to get himself to height before he slowly glides off into the night. Blue, as he flies into the bay, excuse me.
We're keeping you, mate.
You can see sort of the town lit up around you. All these little lights coming from windows and outside houses. As he flies through some of the smokestacks, like they're rising from the town, he flies out over the town and towards the windmill, which you see is completely destroyed. Underneath, there is a small, like, speckling bits of fire burning from the bottom of the windmill. You can't see any shapes or anything from the height he's sticking to. As he sort of loops round and comes back towards the ships, you see lights in lanterns, like twinkling on the ship's deck, and a couple of lanterns up higher in the mast. From what you can tell, you definitely see 30 figures on the first ship, on the right-hand side. If you fly over to the second ship, you see, again, 35 shapes moving around on the deck. Before you can get to the third ship, Hawkeen leans and you drift back towards the party as he comes into sort of a softish landing. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh,
Blue.
those are my favourite.
As a weasel.
As a weasel? That was even better. I've just taken away the -1. Let's hope it's not added worse. It's better. Oh, unnat 20.
Sweet. You see Hawking comes down quite sharply, pulls up at the last second, and sort of like gently flows over the grass towards the trees, giving you a chance to sort of get out of the rope and just run alongside him as he swoops in and lands 3 feet away from Saber on the ground.
Hello, mate. Welcome back. That was pretty quick.
Have a weasel.
Clicks his beak at you.
Awesome.
Just a quick one. Z did say, or Andy said, they wanted to talk whilst I was there, whilst I wasn't there. So, don't know. Oh.
Still wanting to chat?
Flashback.
Cool. Yeah.
Bluff. Have you spent much time in the forest surrounding Shadewallow?
What, recently or during my time? I mean,
just during your time here.
I've lived here all my life and know much of the forest.
Okay. Excellent. Can I point to the ingredients then I'm looking for and ask her if she would know at all where they might be, where some might be?
She takes a look, scan, and she goes, well, that toadstool, I know where that is, but you don't want to go there. It's up at the Humming Caves.
That's at the Humming Caves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it grows on the floor. It sucks up all the sugar that the bees drop. The sugar from the honey that goes onto the floor. The mushrooms suck it up. They're huge, though.
Okay. Maybe later on. Thanks for your help.
No problem. What did you do to get a bounty on your head? I'm just curious. I promise you. And she holds her hand up. She's like, I promise you, I'm not going to take it. And
puts her glass away.
If the reward is coming from the pirates, then I don't have a clue. If the reward is coming from elsewhere, and the pirates have just come to try and just on the lookout for me to cash in. I have upset quite a few high-powered people over the couple of years that I've been out by myself. So it could be anyone, if I'm honest.
Just curious. That's all. I mean, nobody normally gets like a 1,000 gold bounty on their head for nothing. That's all.
No. Don't get me wrong. I have, like I say, upset some high up people, and I've done some things to put that bounty on my head, but I've not done anything to anyone that hasn't deserved it.
Fair enough. She sort of nods at you, then walks back to the sort of where the party are gathered and tries to brush up some leaves together, sort of making a small bed for Boom. She sort of walks over, picks him up, and then pops him down in it. She's sort of like stroking his hair. She's, come on, bud, let's get you down. Let's get some sleep. You know,
You sleeping here tonight?
She sort of like quickly glances at you. Well, I was going to try and get him down for some sleep.
Is it safe here?
Yeah, we haven't got a bit more like a quiet and secluded place. I mean, yeah, I don't really know where we are.
Keep
Like,
quiet. I'm sure.
What are our surroundings like at the minute? Are we like just in the trees? Are we? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
In like a bit of a tree.
trees and undergrowth. Yeah.
It's, well, it was. I think it was stated last meeting that we were in fairly thick woods.
Right.
I think it was she'd advised you not to have a fire. She thought that might draw attention. But if you stay quiet and quiet-ish, and don't give them cause for concern to turn around to look at you, you'd be pretty well hidden.
Okay.
Is this all the recon we want to do for today? I mean, we can maybe burn some more spell slots to try and do some extra bits if we need to, and then do a rest. Maybe, I don't know if anyone's got anything else we could do before that point. I was just checking it out now.
I'm a weasel.
You're a weasel.
I think we just maybe sit tight until Blue comes back, and then make a plan with what information he's got.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, to be fair, I thought he was already back, to be fair.
This is all happening as Blue is out in the air with Joaquin.
My bad.
It's just a random squirrel. That's not.
No, that's Squawkson, clearly.
I was just about to mention that little fairy friend. He, as you sort of like sit down, stand up, whatever you're doing in the clearing, Squawkson jumps out of Z's pocket, sort of clambers up onto Z's shoulder, then jumps into a tree. Just describe what you guys are thinking, what you're doing, as you sort of wait for Blue to come back.
I think I might trance, and maybe I think I might pray to Tyr.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Cleric.
I'm going to ask the Tyr if he can advise me on. I can't remember the cleric's name that's gone missing.
The druid.
The druid. Sorry, yeah, the druid that's gone missing. The one that helps. Sorry, I can't even remember what class they are. Apparently. So I want to find out if Tyr can help us locate or find out why the druid didn't come to aid the town. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Kaya?
I think I would like to use good berry to create some berries, and I will go over and give some to Boone and Glaff. Yeah, thank you.
House. Terrible names, house.
Z, you've had this conversation with Glaff, and then what would Z be doing after that?
Z will just be going through the different plans that she's thinking up in her head, depending on what Blue comes back with.
Cool. And Darian?
Darian would probably be stood right on the edge of the tree line and just staring back into Shade Wallow and just trying to sort of just be almost like trying to think up some sort of plan going forward and just scope from the vantage point, lack of vantage point I've got, I guess, but just basically eyeballing the town and just flicking through some ideas, I guess.
Cool. In which case, Darren, can I have a perception check from you? And Saber, can I have a religion check from you, please?
Ooh.
Oh, nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Yeah, I just got a 24. I don't get a 20
Perception check.
Never get
Sweet.
a 20. All right. It's not competition.
Cool.
We're on the same team.
But you're losing.
Kaya, you conjure up some good berries. Go over to Glath, who's sat like cross-legged next to Boone, and is sort of playing with his hair, sort of like stroking his hair, trying to get him to go to sleep.
And I'll
As she's
lean
sort of
over
like
and-
making little sparks in her hand, like to sort of like a little nightlight, only tiny little sparks of fire in her hands.
I will lean down and crouch next to him and just go, I always find it easier to sleep on a full stomach, and just offer them both a good berry.
She looks at you, she goes, "Oh, thanks very much." Takes one. Boone is like, eyes like dinner plates, just bolt upright, sort of shakily takes one off you. Goes, thanks very much. Sort of scoffs it quite quickly.
So it's
You see-
the last meal, eh?
Glath bites into hers and then sort of hands it to him, who takes it and he just shoves it down shoves it in his face, covered in this like just purple goo around his mouth, and yeah, sort of sits upright, doesn't want to go to sleep, sort of expression on his face. And she, as you're sort of there, she goes, so what brings you to Moss Rock then?
Oh, well, we really just came for Blue to, just for his, he had a thing he had to do with his tribe. Trying to think of a way to say it very delicately and not offend the ears of children. He had a ritual he had to complete with his tribe. And we really just...
Oh, there was definitely a completion. Sorry.
Gross.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's the right response.
Oh,
Yeah.
we are all good at just saying yes, whether we mean it or not, aren't we?
Yeah.
I've lost my whole train of thought.
I'm sorry.
That's
Say-
okay.
She came for Blue to do a thing.
Yeah,
He's trying.
he had a thing to do, and then we were really just trying to catch a boat and head out. Really, we've got other places we need to be.
Well, if you can get rid of these pirates, I can try and tee you up with Gavin. He's a shipbuilder here. If you need a ship.
Oh, we do. Would he have to build us a ship from scratch? Do you think he'd have any ready to go straight away?
He's got a couple ships ready to go if they haven't been blown up already.
to rent or.
I don't know. I don't know if he rents them. I know he sells them.
Oh, we don't have to buy a ship. There's plenty out there for us to take.
At this point, I don't know that. So, well, hopefully that'd be really kind of you. Thank you. We'll see if we can make it through tomorrow, I guess.
Two nods. Do you want me to come along with whatever you want to do, or did you?
Oh,
I mean,
well, I don't know. I'm not. This sort of strategy isn't necessarily my forte. So I will probably wait and see what Z thinks, to be honest. But I'm sure she's got ideas in her head. As soon as Blue gets back, I'm sure we'll have a better idea. But it might be really helpful to have you with us, or it might be helpful for you to go somewhere else, or just stay here and protect Boone. I don't know.
she nods.
I'm gonna go give the others some berries too.
Cool.
Okay.
She gets a stick. Well, if you're going to do strategy, I guess I should probably do you a map of the town. And she starts like breaking back the grass and like leaves and stuff, and smooths it back to like dirt, and then begins to like try and draw a crude map into the ground as this is all going on. she goes, look, well, I mean, I can tell you where the pirates came in, where they are. Like, I'll try my best. She like begins to draw it. She goes,
I
give
mean,
me
anything you can give us would be
give me
really
some minutes.
helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, give me some time, and I'll give you a shout when I'm done it. She sort of used to it. Darian, on a 24, did you say perception check? Looking out from where you are, from the description from Glath that you had, she said that there was a 2-story like townhouse was where the mayor was, and like you scan the like where the lights are coming from. And obviously, it's like flat, raised, and you go, okay, that's definitely the mayor's house. As you like can see the other like rows of houses squinting in the darkness, you can see like lights going past of what looks to be like 2s and 3s holding torches. As you see like these large figures moving. At one point, they go like right up to a house and start rifling through some crates outside there, like down like a small side alleyway of the house. And you can see in the torchlight green faced a green faced half orc, like tusks growing out from the top lip, like rummaging through these crates. As you watch, you see that like one of like a human figure steps forward and tries to rummage in the crate, and the half orc backhands the human, who hits like the wall of the house and like slides down, and then a couple of seconds later stands up and sort of retreats a little bit.
Does the human seem to be like with them, but he's just been sort of
dressed in similar garb, hold like cutlass at the hip. Yeah. After like a minute or so of rummaging through these crates, they move on again.
Does it look like with what I would have identified as the mayor's house? Does it look like there's like a bit of a patrol that's sort of going around it, or does it seem just a bit more like they're just kind of roaming the streets in general, or is there like a bit?
You see these like groups going up and down these streets. The mayor's house, there seems to be 2 lights that go round and round around the house. Like
right,
yeah, you just don't like you don't see a full rotation. It's too slow. As like you're waiting, it doesn't go full. But you see 2 sets of lights moving at similar sort of like.
And they seem to be going in that
similar
same pattern. Yeah. Okay.
Saber.
Yes.
How are you praying to Tyr?
I think traditionally me and Castor would kneel.
Sorry. Please continue.
Bro,
I just remember how I remember you praying.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
So I expect I'd probably have to find like a tree or something just to sort of like settle against. And again, hands flat on my knees, not touching anything inappropriately, Luke.
I've just got some leaves to the side just in case.
They touch tips or something.
No,
you know that's how you can.
It sounded like that was what was going on. Or something.
That's not what happens.
That's not what happened.
In your minds, that's what happens, but this is not what happens with Saber. Saber, you kneel under a tree, hands on your knees, and what is it you're asking Tyr for?
So I would like to know why the druid never came to assist the town like they normally would, and also if the druid is in danger and can we help then?
Cool. You begin to ask that question. You feel this as you sort of sit in this position. You feel this warmth spreading from your sort of chest begins to like spread out across like from the center of your chest and begins to spread out. As you ask this question in your mind's eye, you feel a very you feel this weight hit you on your shoulder and then slap your face with this tiny little almost like a tiny little hand hits you in the face, then hits you in like the temple, then the weight shifts onto your head, and then you feel like pressing down on your head. As you open your eyes, you see like and try and figure out what's happening. You see Squawkson is desperately trying to catch a bumblebee. and is literally like grabbing at the air and then like trying to pin it to your head, like as the bee just sort of like zooms out of your out of his paws.
Cool. Can I grab Squawkson, please?
Yeah, grab Squawkson. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Well, I expect he's going to get away. Sleight hand is +3. That's a 7.
Just as you sort of like wait for your opportune moment to grab him, he like leaps in a different direction and begins chasing the bump, like the bee ran around in circles. You can just hear this buzzing as Squawkson's like little squeaks as he's like chasing this bumblebee.
I guess that's. I'm going to sulk then. I guess. Just.
I don't know if I'm just making this up, but didn't Glath say that the druid's in with the mayor in the
I
house?
thought so too.
It was mentioned. I think we all mentioned it as
Possibly.
a potential. It
Oh,
wasn't
possibly.
confirmed.
Potential. Yeah, but why didn't the druid help?
Because it's been captured.
There's a bee, dude.
Captured.
Clearly, the bee is the answer.
He's wild shaped into a bee and flying around you.
I would like to also chase the bee with Squawkson then.
You try to capture Squawkson, doesn't happen. Squawkson's like now running around in circles. The bumblebee is just lazily going around in circles and then like lifting up in the air too high for Squawkson, then making Squawkson go onto his back as he sort of loops over as he's trying to catch it. Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Yes, sir.
Squawkson will aid you, so you can roll it with advantage.
How does that look, Chris? Please tell me. I would love to know.
I'll tell you.
That's going to be an 18.
Cool. Squawkson like rolls onto his back, flips over, and chases down the bee that's flying straight at Alex. Alex, you snatch the bee out of the air. Saber, sorry, Alex. Saber snatched the bee out of the air, holding it. You can feel it buzzing.
Cool. I'm going to put my hand out like this and draw Squawkson in, and then just as Squawkson gets close, I'm going to let it go and give Squawkson a little clip.
What?
Oh!
She's going to hit Squawkson, not
Just
the
a
bumblebee.
Yeah. I'm going to
Unarmed strike.
not. Yeah.
How much HP is it?
Squawkson's well hard. I'm not going. I don't think I'm going to hit him. To be honest,
How much HP has Squawkson got?
loads. He's
Probably
tough as anything.
more than 4.
Yeah.
Give me an attack roll.
See, 14 to hit.
Cool. Roll damage. Or tell me how
it's-
much damage is.
It's 2.
2. You hold out your hand. Are you sort of opening it, and as Squawkson pounces, you're going to slap him out of the way?
Yes.
Cool. You catch Squawkson as you hold it out. He climbs onto your forearm, and as you open your hand, you hit him off your arm. He gets caught sideways, hits a tree, and slumps and hits the floor. You see his arm, Squawkson's arm, is broken.
So I will now
His front arm is broken.
I will now cast Cure Wounds and touch Squawkson.
You will see this as you see Saber just smash Squawkson into a tree. There is like a horrible thud, then crack, and then as he hits the floor. Yeah. Go on.
Darren's just going to say, what the hell are you doing, Saber?
Yeah, before he tries to
Sort
cast
yourself
wounds, could I rush over and give him a good berry?
Oh no, I'm going to give Cure Wounds. That's a 1d8 +2. He'd be fine.
He doesn't
I'm
want it from
still
you.
going to give him a good berry and cradle him and be like, buddy,
Well, I'm going to do
what does the
6
mean man
points
do?
of healing to him.
Kaya, you rush over, pick Squawkson up, feed him a good berry. He takes it in his good arm, begins nibbling on it. Saber, you come over to cast Cure Wounds. Does a 18 hit you?
It does.
You take
It's going to be fine. He's got
This
a...
is gonna
2
be-
points of piercing damage as he bites the end of your finger that you're trying to poke.
That's cool.
Squawkson with.
That's cool. That's fine.
Did you hear?
Is he still
so-
on my finger?
No, he just bites it and retracts, and then goes into nuzzles into Kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, but I can do the cure wounds through the bite. Is that all right?
Yeah.
I guess
You
it
hear,
depends if
like,
he's a willing creature. Is he a willing creature at this point?
I think he's willing for healing. You hear his bones crack and the elbow
Doesn't
go
have
back
to be
into its
willing
joint.
for
Oh,
cure
really?
wounds. No, just
fair
a
enough.
creature you touch regains a number of
Forcefully
hit points.
heals.
Force heals.
Saber, you
That's a spell
open your
slot.
hand with this bee. Bee hasn't left your palm.
Awesome.
Don't you dare.
Well, no, because I didn't kill it. I'm not trying to kill the bee. I don't want to kill
Maybe
the
it is
bee.
the druid.
I don't know what to do with this bee now that I've caught it because I can't talk to it or anything.
It's fine.
But someone said there was no bees.
Maybe mention that.
So-
Shit.
What? This is a bit weird. This bee won't leave.
Okay.
Can someone help?
Yeah, well, okay. Just so long as you promise you're not going to hurt the bee.
Well, no,
Hurt Squawkson.
I was just playing a bit rough with Squawkson.
Okay. Well, I will cast Speak with Animals on myself, then please.
Awesome. A stream of profanity hits your ears,
Oh,
Kaya.
little Squawkson, yeah.
From Squawkson.
I'm picturing the last
yeah.
person that IRL played doing that.
Just full on, like the worst profanity you've ever heard come out of someone's mouth. Is a tyrant of like
Buddy.
squeaking. Yeah.
Mother.
You tell him I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit him that hard. Please.
Oh, okay. How are you feeling now, bud?
After this stream of profanity ceases, you just hear, "Yes, okay now."
I know, bud. I'm sorry. I don't think he meant to hit you quite so hard, but I think he was just worried about you were going to try and eat the bee.
I wasn't trying to eat the bee. I was trying to catch the bee
Why?
because I wanted it.
Oh, okay. Well, that seems very reasonable. Why don't you sit here and maybe go over to Z, and finish your good berry. And if you know, there's a very nice little boy in there. He might give you some cuddles if you go over there too.
He looks up at you. Fine, but I still want the bee. It makes a lovely noise.
Maybe I'm gonna go have a chat with the bee and then I'll let you know. Okay? No promises.
Nods, like climbs onto your shoulder, jumps down, like sort of runs down your body, and then scampers across the ground towards Z. Then climbs up Z's leg, good berry in mouth, leaving a trail of purple up Z's leg.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, I will walk over to Saber and the outstretched bee. And just go,
Yeah.
hello.
Liz.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta
My
dance
name's
while you talk,
Kaya.
Chris.
You seem to be quite enamored with my friend Saber here.
Yes. And then do you see the bee like move in the like sort of turn in Saber's hand, like just sort of shuffles round, and then begins to emit a very high pitched like buzzing noise as it begins to shake its wings against its sort of carapace. No, is it carapace? The back end of the bee sort of like just bounces its wings off its
butt.
large posterior.
Well, sorry to interrupt your admiration. Oh no, it was the doorbell. Hold that.
Ignore
It's
them.
cool.
No,
It's cool.
Ignore
Damn
them. They're not
bees.
important. Leave them alone.
Yeah. So the bee turns around. I can't even remember where we're at. Bee turns around in Saber's hand, begins like vibrating its wings.
Well,
Yeah.
my grandmother always told me that if you want to find out about what's going on anywhere, you should ask the bees. Because the bees always know what's going on. So I was just wondering if, well, a couple things really. One, if everything seems to be okay, because somebody mentioned that the bees sort of been disappearing a little bit, and wondering if maybe there's something wrong, and also if you know anything about a druid.
We retreated
Why did you retreat?
to save the druids.
To save the
This
druid?
way.
Oh,
And begins to like walk to the edge of Saber's finger and again vibrate.
Okay. Saber, I think that the bee is going to tell you which way to go.
If I turn left,
Does he vibrate more or less?
What does it turn?
So you try using this bee as you sort of turn left
Like a
and right.
compass.
It's like it vibrates its wings against your against its backside, and then as you turn, it begins to soften, and then as you turn again, it begins to it points in.
It's got blinkers on.
Let's give you. So you guys are here. It's pointing in this direction.
towards town.
Right. But not directly into town, to the outskirts of town.
Right. Can we ask this bee if we have to go right now, or can we go in a bit? Because I don't think we're ready to.
No, that's a very, very good point. I will ask the bee.
Please.
Post haste.
Post haste. Okay. No, the bee suggests we should go now.
Right.
Do you at least wait for Blue to get back?
Or maybe we leave Glath and
Boone
here, and we tell her that when Blue gets back to follow us in the direction that we're going.
We should definitely leave the child
Yes.
with the lady
Yes.
that we found in the cave.
I mean,
was
he
already
was
with
with her already.
Yes.
I'm gonna start walking.
Start walking,
charge.
hand outstretched, holding the
Yeah, I'll
spoon.
follow.
My arm's gonna
Saber.
twitch left and right every spot just to make sure I'm going in the
And
same
I'll
right
keep
direction.
sort of asking as well, just to. Not that I don't trust Saber's buzzing capabilities, but
I do. No.
I do as
Blue-
well.
Blue, roll me a d20. Straight luck
Your
check.
boy, straight up. Oh,
Yep.
I was going to do it all gay for a second, but it's a 9.
Nine. Okay. Cool. You guys, Kaya, Saber, and Darren. Z, what are you doing? Following?
Z will. She's interested in going, following this bee, and hoping that it will head towards the cave. So she'll follow.
Goath sort of looks at you guys. Did you want me to stay, or do you want me to come
Yes.
with?
that's
She
okay.
begins.
Sorry, I forgot
Stay
to
with the
mention.
kid.
Yeah, and if Blue comes back, can you just let him know where we've gone and tell him to follow the bees.
Sure.
But give him a
As you
rough
see-
general direction.
As you see Hawkeen
Intend to be trained.
fly into view.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you see him fly into view.
Because he landed in
yeah.
front of Saber before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He landed, and I said, "Come on, we're following this bee." It's very exciting. Just like that. That's
Can I
why
come
I
like
thought-
jumping through the grass as a weasel and then just kind of like poke up and just be like,
Oh, and I can talk to you because I still got my thing up. So I will explain all that's going on to the weasel, and ask if he wants a ride to wherever we're going, or if he's going to stay as a weasel, if he's going to change shape. But say,
Oh, I mean, I'll take a chance to be a weasel when I can. So yeah, if you don't mind.
yeah, I'll pick him up and carry him with me.
Do you think Hawkeen could go with he's I don't know how exhausted he is. I mean, you could ask him, but maybe he wants to fly on like someone's shoulder, preferably not Saber, because of the
Yeah, I
past
mean,
injuries.
Saber's got the bee, so I'd probably suggest not a Saber. I mean, I've got some space left, but Darius has got big, strong shoulders. Probably the best bet, really, considering Z's got Squawkson, so.
Yeah, go
Well, I
on.
don't know
then.
if I-
I feel
I don't know
left
if I
out without my own pet, so it's.
Are you referring not to Saber because I shot Hawkeye that time?
and other people, and unbeknownst to Blue, you've just hurt Squawkson for seemingly no reason, so maybe it's a little bit again on my side.
I have a very weird relationship with animals.
And we often hurt each other as well.
I That's true. Okay. Yeah.
Porky looks at Kaya. I'm gonna stay with these two.
Okay, yeah, you do it.
I'll look after them. If anything goes wrong, I'll come find you.
Really appreciate that, thank you.
And
Spot on.
if you tell Blue when he's done being a weasel, if he needs me just to summon me.
Okay, and you're feeling better, aren't you now?
Yeah, I'm a bit tired though. Yeah, get a snooze.
Okay, yeah, you have a nice little rest.
Um,
It's been a big day.
Sort of nods, and then sort of just that weird walker birds do when they're on the ground, sort of like moving their whole body as they he shimmies over to
Their head stays still.
to Glath and Boom. Sort
I
of
can't do that.
then like flies up into a tree above, like a branch above them, and then sort of sits there, sort of waiting as you guys walk off into the night. I am going to need everybody to give me stealth checks, please.
Oh, I don't like that.
Stealth, I'm a weasel, so I'll at least get its dexterity.
Oh, that's actually not too bad.
Ooh, stealth plus 6 for a weasel. Nice.
That's 17 for me.
And
that's
18.
25 from me.
13 from me.
18.
13 from Z.
18 from Z.
18 from Z. Cool. You guys sort of take a... I'll clear this drawer. No, I won't. I will...
Also, I know it's not been mentioned, but now Glath's got some time on their own. I'm hoping that they're just like super modest about their drawing capabilities, and we come back to like a 16 chapel sort of thing. 16 chapel, not 16.
No, 13th chapel.
No, yeah. Second chapel on the left, right?
As you take... Following Saber's sort of single file, following the B on Saber's like forefinger, as it guides you through behind these houses, trying not to make a sound. Blue sort of stands on a branch and sort of it cracks and everyone sort of freezes
I'm
for a
with
second.
Kaya. I'm a weasel.
Yeah, as a weasel, yeah. Yeah, jump. Oh, sorry, you're being carried by Kaya, aren't you? Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Ignore that, you guys. Yeah, you walk through. You walk behind the backs of houses and see these lights inside through windows, but don't see any shapes or figures inside of them as you sort of head around the backs of these houses. As you come out the other side, you can see like a clear picture of the town. You see lots of these large figures holding torches walking down the streets. Some of them like in like zigzag patterns as they bounce off each other as they walk down the streets. Anyone got a passive perception more than a 16?
I'm a weasel. Okay, yeah, I have 16, and me and Kaya and Darian do.
Yes.
Mine
Yes.
is 19.
Mine's 17.
Cool. On the docks, you can see there is a group of individuals who have like in like a circle, all sort of like you can just hear like little bits of laughter coming off this group on this large wooden dock. As you see, like as it opens up, you see a somebody dressed in like underclothing, like white underclothing. Their arms and legs bound behind them as they're kneeling on the floor.
Oh, nice.
You see a half orc has got a like a tricorn on with like ringlets of pure white hair coming off it, and is got a large tome, black tome in the hand and a quill, and you can see them like it's very obvious they're like fake writing in this book. One of these other figures goes up and ties a rope to their like wrist restraints at the back, and they kick the person off the edge of the dock.
I want to do things.
Cool.
Can I jump out of Kaya's where I am and unwild shape? And I want to. Oh, everyone's gonna hate me, but I don't. I love me. Let's do a conjure animals bear right in front of the person that's throwing the person into the.
What's
into
the
water.
range of your spell?
60 feet.
Yeah, you're way short of that.
How short?
Sort of from where you are there, about 440 feet, 500 feet short.
Way. Oh, bears can
Yeah.
run though.
Oh, fuck.
Just put it in perspective. You are here. They are here.
It's on the dock. Oh, you suck, Chris. Fine. I'm gonna unwild shape still and be mad and sad, but now I can see less because. Well, I don't think I always lost dark vision anyway. Okay, sorry.
Well, this is all lit up by torches around them. Is the whole dock's lit up with
Right.
like torch brackets down it.
Is there anyone
Go
closer?
on.
Is there anyone closer, like on the beaches or?
It's not here.
Sort of the ground sloping down. You can't see anything, but what you see here is someone kick them off. There is like free fall for about a second. Then they hit the water. There's a splash, like a bit of splashing. Then nothing, and then you see like 4 of them pull on this rope and then pull this person back onto the dock, and you see this one feign writing again as they see what they're doing. Raucous laughter again as they like pull him back out onto the dock.
Does the bee know what's going on? Can Kaya ask the bee if it knows what they're doing? Are they just torturing this guy or
How long's your speak with animals last?
forever? Right?
An hour.
Great question. I think it's an hour.
Yeah.
It is
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Mm-mm-mm.
Lost the ability to speak with the bee.
Okay. Is the bee stopped vibrating or is it still?
Still vibrating in your hand.
I'm going to say, guys, I know this is bad and I know it looks shitty, but I think we have to keep going to see whether the bee takes us, just because there's not much we can do about it now. I think we knew it was going to be bad, but
I know, but we could help people right now, but this is helping the greater good, so...
Yeah, let's see what this bee's got to say for himself.
Yeah, this is clearly the smart thing to do. We'll follow this bee for some reason. Why are we doing this, by the way? I was a weasel. I saw things I've not told you yet.
I mean, you're the druid. Surely I would have thought you'd be the one that would be all up for following a random bee.
Listen, if I was following bees and then I met you guys, and then I was, maybe it's better to not always follow every bee.
Whoa.
I don't
It's
know,
really
some
hard.
of them are great.
It's really hard not to take that personally.
What, you? You're not a bee.
Jerk. No, but then following a bee caused you to meet us, which was not a good idea, is what
No,
you
I was
just
saying
said.
saying that I followed a bee to you guys and then I've not followed a bee since.
So,
Because I've not needed
Mate,
to. Because
could
you
be
guys
the
are my
best-
newbies.
could be
You
the
guys are my
best
best
thing you do.
bees. What,
Let's
follow
just-
a new bee?
The bee said it's protecting the druid. It might know how to
Oh.
help the town.
Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't know that. I was a weasel.
Pay
Sorry, I
atten-
didn't give them the best advice, but I think we're trying to get there speedy, I think, so that we can get back speedy. I think we need to keep some form of stealthy subtlety going, guys, just to
Yes.
throw that out there. Maybe we could talk about this later when we're back to the forest.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Let's
will
go.
continue to follow the bee.
Sorry.
It takes you along this path here, right round the edge of this, this sort of like cliff, or sort of raised ground. As you sort of get to this point here, you looking down, you're above the road, on like in the long grass, and you can see more of these lights popping and flittering. Occasionally, Darien Blue and... Oh no, actually no, not Blue anymore. It's not Weasel, but Darien and Kaya. You pick up like
Still have a
snippets
passive
of
of
like
16.
60. Oh, okay. You pick up passive, like little hints of like drunken sea shanties. As it, like, as it sort of drifts over in the wind, coming as the wind is like blowing offshore. So it's coming from town and out through this bay. You get like the little hints of like song, and you hear like accordion every now and again as well.
At least someone's having a good night.
What do you do with a drunken half-orc?
Yeah, as you sort of,
I think it's easy to say
oh,
that they're definitely getting drunk out there.
It looks like though the bee's leading us to the ship that it wants us to steal. That's a good. How convenient that is.
as it leads you round past this larger building here, you see that there is like a dry dock that's been constructed out of stone, which is strange because most of the buildings you've seen, from what you've seen at the edge of town, are all made from wood. This has been like crafted very precisely out of stone, and it's got a different coloured roof to the rest of them. The rest of the town you've seen like purple and greens coloured roofs. This has been like a turquoise blue, and it seems to be made out of metal rather than stone.
Does there seem to be anyone in there?
It's completely quiet. There's no lights, nothing. There's a small, so it's like two roofs set over like two large, what you can see from where you are, sunken valleys. One of them's got a half-constructed boat in, as it's sort of like the front half of a ship's been built, and then the other bay has got a full boat built without just missing sails. It's got two masts, large boat, and it's been constructed in this dry dock. And at the front of this structure, you can see that there are two big stone gates that are like, you can see water dripping out the other side of it, just like trickling down. It's completely quiet, no lights on, nothing.
I guess that's the place that Glass said her boat maker friend lives, I'd imagine. He's clearly not there now.
Well, I just had an idea that we could use one of those boats as a ram.
Yeah.
We could light it and set it off in the direction of one of those ships in order to...
Problem is, they're
That
not.
sounds
they won't-
conspicuous.
Also, they're not like. I guess unless someone's got a way of propelling it, we don't actually. Unless someone's on the boat, we can't actually get it to move in the direction we want it to.
I'm sure Blue would love to make that sacrifice for the greater
pull
good.
it for the greater
The
good.
greater good.
For
I
the
could
greater
pull it.
good.
Or push it, I guess. Well, I could be a
We could
snake
use
under
the
it
gust
and wiggle
spell.
it.
You could be a snake.
I don't have that at the moment. I could be a snake. I could be a shark. I could be me, I suppose.
Well, maybe we just bear that in mind for later.
Yes.
Right, let's follow this bee. Let's see what this bee's bloody leading us down the garden path with.
I just want to point out as well, I do want to sleep at some point. I am a
I
little...
think that's what I mean. I think if we get this to the spear and then get back or just sleep there, then we can start fresh tomorrow knowing that boat is there without having to...
And I mean, from what I can vaguely see of town, it looks like everyone's pretty, sourced up over there. So I also don't know how long the mead supply will last, especially with the honey or the bees. But maybe this will. I don't think this will help. This will help with the honey overall, but not with the current mead situation. So maybe it's still best to try and attack when they've got, the drunkenness factor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep following the bee then.
Well, yeah, walking and talking still with this.
Oh, yeah.
But sneakily, quietly.
Yes, whispering.
Right.
Whisper it.
I need one last stealth check from everybody, please.
I don't like
Guidance.
this.
Please.
Oh, well, that's back to
Jeez.
true form. 6.
I've got a 14.
Ooh, fucking guidance. Stealth, you say? Ooh, -1, you say? 10.
19.
30-20.
Awesome. following the bee. Saber's at the front. You round this cliff edge. See lots of little overhanging points. You begin to see like large patches of lavender that have been planted. It's growing and it's sort of swaying in the breeze as you come around this corner. As you're going uphill slightly, you see lights up ahead, and sort of shrink down a little bit as you begin to like hear crackling of flames, clinking of glasses, and like the sound of crates being shifted. You hear like a gruff voice. Mono, move that pile of logs there. We need to keep these fires lit at all times. You've heard the captain. Come on. And you hear like scuffling of feet, and sort of the reassuring voices of human voices. Yes, yes. And you hear someone like, and then like the bang of a log, and like sort of like shifting of wood.
One thing we could potentially look at explore is, because obviously not all of, like myself, not all of the people that with these half-orcs are actually necessarily half-orcs, so we could maybe conduct some sort of mutiny, try and persuade some of the non-half-orcs to maybe jump ship, as they say.
It'd have to be a very good reason. I'm not sure we've got that.
I know, but I mean, just sort of, I guess there's room for persuasion slash just sort of. I don't know.
Is this bee obviously leading me towards these people? All right, I'm gonna stop and face the other way for a minute.
I could disguise self and turn into a half-orc pirate and go over there and ask them what they're doing. Maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just sort of checking out that I don't want to necessarily.
Can we get a vague sense of
how many are there, Chris?
Don't know. You can hear one distinct gruff voice, but then it goes quiet again after it's barked its command.
Okay, could Z try and get into a position to try and see how many people there are?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me a stealth check and sort of describe what you're wanting to do. So I'll paint the picture. You're going up a hill. Ahead of you can see like light coming, like above you. Basically, it's up a little slope. You can see light at the top of the slope, but you can't see over the slope. You're in like to the right of you is the cliff. Like it's probably 20-30 feet high, sort of overhang slightly, and around where you stood at the moment is long grass and like big lavender plants. And on the left hand side of you is like a dirt track, and you're off the track, sort of walking up parallel to it.
The lavender plants, do they go all the way up to the crest of the hill?
No, they're sort of like knee height. Oh, do you mean up the hill? Yes, yeah, they go all the way up to the hill, up the hill. Yeah.
And they're knee high?
Yeah, knee high.
Okay, Z would just like to lay down in the grass and just belly crawl.
Can I follow? I'll follow, please.
Until she can see what she needs to see.
Cool.
I think I'm picturing it correctly in my mind what's ahead of us.
Cool. In which case I need stealth checks from Z and Darian, please.
I'll crouch down and not continue with these guys for the moment.
That is a 16.
14.
You get on your belly, begin to like crawl up the slope in the lavender. you feel your body, as you're going up, you feel your body like begin to level out as you realise you're lying now on the flat, and you can hear more voices. You hear these two voices go, so what, we got to take as much of this as we can and get it to the ship then, or what's the plan? And you hear like a deeper voice go, well, Captain Nar said they wanted as much honey as possible. We're going to lower it down to the ship in the morning. And
Honey.
as you sort of like listening to this, you can hear like crackling of flames. Yeah.
So, am I right to say we've now heard 3 distinct, different voices?
Are we able to see? Have we got a visual on them, or is it still?
Yeah.
You're just lying.
Shadows or anything?
You're lying in lavender, which is up higher than your head. This is all you can hear at the moment. You can
least it
set
sounds
up,
good.
stand up if you want.
Just slightly start lifting the head up very slowly to try and actually see what the numbers are. Probably going to go wrong, but you never know.
I'm going to place the bee on my shoulder at this point. I see the tip of Z's hair.
What?
Well, I will see Z and Darian because where they've crawled through the lavender. I'm sure they've flattened the lavender. So I will see.
Yeah.
I'll see straight up.
Trail,
You see her
but
head.
you won't
Yeah,
get it. They disappear from view as they crest the hill.
Okay then.
Different angles, I guess.
Okay. So I'm still going to put the bee on my shoulder because I'm like, are you taking us to a trap? Can anyone talk to this thing?
I mean, I can get its overall gist.
Yeah, you do that. What's it doing?
Hey, bee, what you doing? I think it's just being a bee. I think it wants to go to some plants and get its honey back, maybe.
Right.
Oh
So
my
now
goodness!
we're saving the beefs first. Oh wow, fuck it out.
There's a lot going on here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn it.
Yeah. So you raise your head so you can see this large opening of a cave. In the entrance to it, there are these large fires that are crackling and producing copious amounts of black smoke, which are it's almost being sucked into the cave. In front of you, as the lavender ends, you can see 3 human-looking figures are sort of warming their hands on the fire closest to them, keeping their heads down and sort of every now and again like glancing to this blue tent that's on the left-hand side. There's like a large mass of crates and barrels and things, all of which you can see from here are like oozing small amounts of honey. Like they're either sticky on the outside or like the cracks and where the like the wooden slats sit, there's like honey beginning to congeal and stick or leak out of certain things. There's a large pile of wood sort of past the fires, and this table which is full of like tankards and bottles and other odds and ends. You see like one pirate, they're all wearing sort of like similar attire. So like tunic with like sleeveless, sorry. Sort of like all in like different colours, most of them stained in like different, some of them like blood stained, some of them you can tell that like they're not new tunics, some of them sweat stained, all wearing either like cotton trousers that are like tucked into big boots, or some of them even wearing like dark leather, all of which are holding cutlasses, small daggers, short swords. They are all of them armed. And I think from what you can see here, they are all human.
Hmm. Right.
Can they not see behind like the wooden areas, like the boxes and stuff, like the ones that might be hidden through there? Because I feel like we heard a gruff voice that may or may not have been human.
Oh, in terms of sort of this direction.
Like the yellow and the teal ones.
So you can see the boxes and things. So they're not like stacked high. They're just sort of like strewn out where they've landed. As you go past this image, it's just cliff. It just drops off.
I'm guessing the deep, gruff voice is probably the orc
be in the
captain
tent.
who's in the tent. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the cave, but maybe a druid's in there. Who knows? I don't know what's in caves.
Okay,
Just a giant
I'll
demon.
Z will lower herself back down and then make it clear to Darian that it's time to reverse.
Cool. Yeah.
And try and make our way back down to the rest of the party.
That's what I was going to say to you. All of you notice that all of these. In fact, no. Give me an insight check. Let's make you roll for it. Give me an insight check, both of you, before you go back down.
Oh, 18 on the die. Insight is rubbish, so 18.
I got 15.
15. Both of you notice that all of these, instead of they've all got a mark branded onto their upper right arm. That none of them have got tattoos, and it seems to be the same brand on same size, same shape on each one of these arms.
Do I recognise it?
Of a wave and a skull and crossbones. But they've all got the same brand.
Okay,
They're just like me.
cool. Excellent. So reverse, please.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'll just follow suit.
Back
and
up.
Crawl back, I guess.
Cool. Give me a stealth check.
I'm kind of like. I was going to say maybe I'd go in there and just ask what the fuck's going on.
What are you guys doing?
No, I was thinking maybe I'll just turn into. I might disguise self and just go in and just act.
What up, fellow humans?
But, I will,
20.
30-20.
and that is a 15 again. So,
15.
Maybe take a look at these guys so you can disguise yourself as one of these guys later.
Cool. You guys
no,
very slowly, very calmly reverse the path. You don't turn around, you go back, just go backwards, keeping your eyes locked on like the tips of the lavender that you can see as you sort of like slowly reverse. It takes you 20 minutes to go backwards the way you came, being really careful not to spook anyone up here, but you hear no cries or shouts or warnings to anybody that they've spotted somebody. Crawl back down to...
Are we down there?
Yeah.
Okay, dokie. Right.
Right.
Who wants to kill some pirates?
I think we should probably get some practice in before the big day tomorrow.
Whispering.
I still don't really want to kill anyone.
You stay
But
here
really-
then and look after the bee.
You've seen what they're capable of, right?
They're actually doing some. Yeah, they're putting. It looks like they're doing some damage to the bees around here, and we know how important they are to the ecosystem.
They are very important.
What
to the
Darian would think of
ecosystem.
that, but
Right, there is 8. As far as I saw, there are 8 human pirates up there, all with the same brand. I think there's.
Wait, they've been branded? That
Yes.
doesn't sound like a willing thing to me.
I've been branded.
They're humans. They don't. Really
Did you
count.
like being branded? When you were branded, was that by choice?
I guess so. It was either
So what-
be branded or something worse, probably.
Well, what if you were one of those people up there right now? Like, you easily could be if you just stayed with them, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
but he decided to get out.
Well, maybe I don't know about you that much. We've only known each other for a week, maybe more. How did you get out?
I
mean,
just
whispering still, of course.
Oh yes, these are all hush
The
tones.
perfect place to have this conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
We want to maybe back away a little bit further before we start this.
No,
Also,
the bee gets very angry if I walk away, I think.
Yes, but I don't think he's going to do anything to you. He's a bee, and if he stings you, he'll die.
Savor
I
the
think you're probably
beekeeper.
safe.
I don't know how much I'll be able to help in a fight anyway. I've got like a little bit of my stuff left, but like I've been doing a lot of stuff today.
You hang out here and look after my bee.
Okay.
Darian,
I mean, what if they hear us?
Darian,
Everyone.
what's your thoughts about changing yourself into this Captain Orbu that you were telling us about, and take me as your prisoner up to these pirates?
Yeah, we could do that. Oh, that sounds like.
Loosely tie my hand above my head, and I will leave my sword down the middle of my back.
All right,
What if
cool.
they like kill you?
I'll wait that.
Darian, give me intelligence saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh, that's not very nice.
He's about to be so dumb.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's +3. It's not as bad as I thought.
Now on.
14, 15, 17.
17.
Yes.
Z gives you the idea, transforming into Captain Orbu. Except you don't really know what Captain Orbu looks like. You know she's a female half-orc, but that's as far as your knowledge goes with it.
So you just know Drash.
Yes, I'm thinking maybe I could go as be Drash and just say I've come late and I'm just here for the fucking
Crack.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I might turn into Drash instead.
Where's your ship?
I might have a bit more authority.
What's everyone's thoughts? Because
I think
we've been doing a lot of nothing.
I think me or Kaya need to make. Are we going to be able to Misty step onto the cliff
I was thinking the exact same thing.
and provide a little bit of Overwatch?
I was
How
about to
high
say,
was-
Chris,
how
how
high
high
was-
is the cliff?
Yeah.
How high was the cliff?
It's 30
40
foot
feet, right?
up where you are, and about 40 foot, you reckon, it's 30, 40 feet high. You could easily do a Misty Step up there, though.
Yeah, we should definitely and Blue, you sit here and look after my bee.
Or you could. Well, have you got another wild shape, Blue? You can just come and get into my pocket or something.
I mean, I got one, but I wouldn't
Why
want to
don't
be
you-
in your pocket. If I was going to do it, I would want to be something big.
How stealthy is your snake?
I mean, I've scared a few people with it.
Oh, sorry, FYI, that's what the bee's name is. The bee's name is my bee.
Oh, I'm not sure that. Did you ask them? How did you
No,
retain that information?
He vibrates when I say that to him.
Blue, I've got a couple extra daggers if you want to take those in case anything goes horribly wrong.
I've got my staff, so I can give them a good whack, and I can use the stuff that the staff can do. But I'm just saying, I can do like some really good things, not many times.
Well, what I would say is, not all of us have that much, magical capabilities, and sometimes you need to like just embrace who you are without the magic and just keep doing it. As if you're a normal person, a bit like how Darian was until like yesterday. Like they're useless, but like you just sort of just because you've not got magic doesn't mean you can't do like good things.
Like what? Like hit people? I don't want to do that. I don't want to hit too many people. I mean, these guys don't seem that cool, but I mean, you've said the humans, and they don't. They've been branded, right?
I think the plan is that Darian and Z are going to try and sneak in and have
see
a
what's going on.
conversation beforehand anyway. So it
If they're
might
going to
turn
kill
out
you
that we-
guys, I will stop that. If that's how you
yeah,
want to word
and it
this.
might
Have we
turn
got
out
it?
that they don't, that we're going to end up saving some of the human people and getting them to turn. Who knows? And then
I
maybe
just
we'll
don't
make
want
a
these
solution
humans
that.
to be like bullywogs.
No,
And we're
but I
just
won't let
killing
that
people
happen.
because we've not asked them who they are. Like I said, these people could easily be Darien or a Darien-like. You know,
Yeah,
other useless
we're not
people.
gonna outright just go in and slaughter them. We want to see what the situation is, you know.
I think what's important
And no
is
one
that
can
we
be
don't
Darien.
let any of
There's only
them
one Darien.
escape. That's the most important
Yeah, so
thing.
maybe actually it's best that you do stay there, because if they try and sneak back to the town, you know, and raise any alarms, they'll have to go past you.
Yes, then you can catch them and tie them up, and
Yeah.
then we can
Chris?
question them.
Or you could bite
Could
them
I
as a
ask how
snake and-
far was it up in the lavender that we went?
Say 60 feet.
Thank
It
God,
took them
'cause
20
we're getting
minutes to
quite
reverse 60 feet. That's...
Slightly.
I don't think you've crawled through
Um,
lavender before, my friend. Sorry. I mean, it's a
You?
fantasy world. Don't kill me.
I've-
Don't take away my
I've
levels,
never-
Chris.
Literally never crawled through lavender.
Bro, you're
Ever.
missing out.
Amazing.
We just try and crawl up there quietly again and just
We'll do it next
try
week.
and take the 3 out nearest us. And if the shit hits the fan, the shit hits the fan, and we move from there. Because at least we then have the element of surprise.
Z's doing
If
that
we
now.
just-
Is that
Question? What?
Oh.
What?
Sorry?
What's he doing now?
so is Z doing that now, or is that sort of like an open question to the right?
I think they're mentioning it's a calm
Open
blue.
question to Darian.
Yeah, we could do. I mean, I wouldn't mind knowing why they're doing this. To be fair, I'm actually intrigued to know what's going on with them. But I do get your point with this element of surprise factor.
I'm going to misty step up the cliff.
I guess
Yeah,
we're
I'm
going to
gonna
get an
follow
element of
Saber.
surprise anyway with the
Conversation,
fact
yeah.
that they're going to think that I've got you.
Yeah, and
got-
they
I
don't.
just think
and
two
Saber and I will be
people walking into their camp kind of would put me on edge straight away.
I mean, yeah, me too. I guess.
Don't worry, I know how to talk my way through out of anything. Talk my way out
Okay.
of anything.
I'm up for it if you are.
We'll see how it goes. Darren likes to think on his feet, so let's just see what happens.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm
Okay.
going to cast Disguise Self.
Everyone else, if you hear a scream, come running.
Yes.
All right,
Everyone will notice if I
Saber and
come
I are
coming,
gonna
but okay.
be protecting you from above.
Okay. So
You whisper from 40 feet above.
Saber and Kaya, you take in turn twist on the spot and reappear up on the cliff. You can straight away see into the camp. Give me stealth checks straight off the bat.
Fantastic.
Hey Saber, who has disadvantage on a stealth check wearing fucking full plate armor?
I got
Oh.
a 25,
that one.
so maybe it balances it out.
Ratchet.
No, it doesn't.
Remember you can lie.
Because I can lie, but I'm not going to. I don't know if I can.
You have inspiration.
Yes, I will use my inspiration. Because that is a 2 and a 20. Do I have to roll with if I use the inspiration?
You have to
Do I
apply
roll
the
twice?
disadvantage again. Yeah.
Yeah, you still roll with disadvantage. You just take the new roll.
Double those dice, buddy.
Oh, that's not bad. That's 12.
Little.
Okay. Saber and Kaya disappear off the cliff. Darian, how do you cast Disguise Self?
I will get my flute out and do a very low sort of humming sort of tune.
Stealth
And as that kind of happens, sort of like you just see like just different parts of my body just start to just warp into into the orcish features. I guess it's just sort of like a slow. It doesn't happen instantly. It's almost like I'm trying to think. It's a bit of a Harry Potter reference, but when they like take Polyjuice potion, they start like.
I was thinking the same thing. I just want to.
Going a bit funky, and yeah, I'm full or half orc.
It just occurred to me. I just want to check one thing about that spell. Yeah, cool. That was my first question. Does your clothes change? But it does.
Yes.
So, Darian, you hum into this flute, and you see Darian's face begin to bubble and change color as his face becomes elongated. You see thick black hair sprouts from his chin, giving him a 3-inch chin strap round the bottom of his mouth. Tusks appear from his bottom jaw, like bottom inside his bottom lips, and begin to poke up around his eyes as he begins to grow 3 foot in height. You see his leg begins to sort of warp and change as a metal foot appears at the bottom of his leg. He grows sideways about a foot, and you see his chest like open up. After a couple of seconds, you are staring at a very big, beefy built half-orc.
Cool, I could get used to this. And I flex. And I look at my muscles, which I didn't have before. And check myself out for a second.
There's no big scar on his face, is there, Chris?
No big scar on his face, no.
Excellent.
Big Z on his chest there.
And then, I guess I'll loosely tie up Z.
No, don't bother tying. I will just hold my hands up like that.
Okay, fair enough.
I guess we're not going with a ruse for long then.
Okay. I like it.
Like
I'll
how
start
you
limping up there with my leg, I guess.
Yeah. It's quite strange for you because as you look at your hands and things, Darian, you can see your hands and it's got this faint shimmering mist above your hand. But for everyone else, it looks like you're this half-orc. You can still see your fingers, and it's sort of like
Right.
looking at your. Imagine looking at bones on an X-ray. You can see this magical flesh around them, but your hands and stuff. It's like even your sword, your rapier at your hip is a giant cutlass, encrusted with a big fat ruby in the end, but it's all like flesh with your rapier inside of it as you begin to walk up the slope. And that is where we're going to cut for a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back to it. Cool. We are back with the party semi-sneakily going towards these pirates outside this giant cave.
Did we resolve that? Saber's roll?
He rolled a 13, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Chris,
I think it's
before setting off, Z will just down her mutagen of strength.
Yep. You take a mutagen of strength or potion of strength?
No, mutagen.
Cool. Mutagen of strength. You drink that, pop
casting
your arms
guidance
behind
on
your back.
myself as well. Sorry.
Cool. You cast guidance on yourself. Darian, in the
Bless you.
shape of Captain Drash, begins to walk up. I think it would be I'm guessing Z, you'd be in front of Darian?
Absolutely, and
Yes.
and I would suggest to Darian to have the tip of his sword in.
Oh, don't you worry. I had already got that out, and I was like,
Cool.
and go on, go, and giving a good not with my hand, not with the sword, sorry, with my hand. I'll be pushing Z forward. Go on, get forward now. Trying to give it
Saber-
a little bit of flair.
Bit of flair. Saber and Kaya, who have misty stepped onto the cliff surrounding, you can now see this pirate encampment that's up here. This mass of crates and fires lit in front of the cave. You sort of misty step onto the shelf. Kaya, you immediately jump backwards away from the edge. Saber, you misty step up there and in full view of everyone up there before Kaya pulls on your arm and you go back too. Don't think anyone saw you.
Oh, thank God. Well done, Kaya. I'm not super great at this sometimes.
Why not? This is why we need to practice.
Yes.
Yes, you did the elf training.
Yes.
We're gonna do a montage with you. It's gonna be great.
Blue, you're hanging back for the minute I believe.
Correct.
at
I am
the bottom of
guidancing
the hill.
myself for any perception checks that I need for hearing, for calls for
I
retreat.
think if you give me one perception check now.
Oh, I've already said guidance. I can't ask for guidance. It feels weird without rolling asking for guidance. Oh, it's great though. It's an unnat 20.
Cool. You sort of sink into the like lavender at the bottom of this hill as it begins to start and weave its way up. You sort of like sit there, so you're sort of still like head and shoulders out of the lavender and listening intently for like voices to make sure that everything's okay and sort of listening.
I'll pop the bee on
As-
the most pollenous-looking plant around. Bit of
So you've got the bee now. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Saber asked me to look
Yeah.
after him.
Saber's passed the bee over. The bee
My
doesn't leave your. It doesn't want to leave your hand.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. I'll try and keep you safe, buddy. But I might have to drop you off at some point because this might get a little nasty. But we'll try and get your honey and your whatever you need. And I'm sorry that you are in distress right now. And I don't think this is going to work. But, you know, they're trying. They're good people, I think. I hope they're not going to kill everyone.
As you're sort of like offering this bee to the plant, it doesn't like leave your finger or anything like that. It just sort of like grips on with its legs even harder. If so, it doesn't. You don't feel it, but it just seems to like close itself off. And again, when you try to like bring it up to your hand, it begins to vibrate again as you point it up the direction of the hill, up the slope. It begins to like vibrate in your hand as you watch Z and Captain Drash walk up the hill. Yeah.
Chris, can I just remind everyone that I believe we still have
Aid.
10 hit points.
Oh yeah.
Is it 10 or is it?
To all of our hit point max from aid.
It is 10.
Yeah, it is 10. I forgot I took it off the start. Of the game.
Z,
It comes up.
give yourself
automatically if you
inspiration.
use, what's it called? If you use a long rest, it'll take it off automatically.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Give yourself inspiration, Z, for reminding everyone that, being the team player.
Thank you.
So yeah, you do that. Yeah. Captain Drash pushing Z up the hill. You see like a couple of like the humans near the fire turn. You see that like they turn their faces away. And your eyes adjust to their like darkened expression faces. You can't quite see their eyes because it's a bit dark, but you can see like their faces are quite gaunt. Some of them sporting scars, like little nicks and cuts everywhere. As they stand up and begin to draw swords, as they see and then they see Drash's head appear from behind Z, and they begin to kneel. In sort of like pull up their swords so they're not touching the ground and sort of kneel, bow their heads.
Don't worry, lads. I got this little pipsqueak.
As they sort of like kneel, heads down, looking like up like this as they watch you pass. As you get to, well, it depends where you want to. You can keep walking until.
I'd say I'm gonna give it a bit of confidence and just. With Z, just obviously just keep on like sort of guiding him and just go straight to the tent, I believe, unless I see the what we suspect to be an orc who's in charge of this little operation out and about. Yeah, I want to try and find who's in charge, basically.
Okay, you get to here. As there's like murmurings, like. Oh, Trash is it, Captain Trash, like this, as you hear the gruff voice. What's all this? As it's sort of like the tent flap flies open, and you see a half-orc, big, bushy brown beard, red bandana, sporting 2 cutlasses, a bandolier full of like daggers, wearing like shirtless. Kilt. Strong look.
Kilt.
Kilt, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not doing an accent, no. I can't keep it.
Come on, Chris, you can do it.
Yeah. as he steps out of the tent. What's all this? And he goes, "Oh, Captain Drash, my apologies," and bows his head.
No, don't worry. Look what the cat dragged in. I just found this one on the way up here.
Ah, you found her.
Yeah. She was, I don't know, trying to maybe get her way out of here or something. She was skulking around the docks, but I thought I saw there's a bit of something going on up here and see what's all going on about. What's going on about it?
Give me a performance or deception check.
Can I ready an action with my bow and aim at this obvious orc that's come out?
Can I
Half orc.
insight? Can I insight check everything this fucker does?
That was an 18, by the way.
18. Saber, Kaya as well, readying bows. Yep. I don't know. Have you just speak, Kaya?
Yeah, no, she was there. She just whispered.
Oh, okay, sorry. I wasn't sure if like your I saw your mouth move, but didn't hear the mic go off. Yeah. That's all right. Z, insight check. Natural one. Okay. Yeah, you see the smoke column move slightly and blow smoke into your faces as Z, you try and study what this half orc is. As he reappears, he stood taking like a few steps forward. He's got his hand on, like standing both hands on like the handle of his cutlass by the docks.
Yeah. As I was coming in. I just turned up.
Why bring this piece of filth all the way up here? As he takes another step forwards.
You're right. She is a bit of filth. But, well, I just thought I'd parade her around a bit. I was just seeing what was going on in terms of what's going on up here. You got something interesting going on?
Well, you know, Captain Nar.
Yeah?
Gave us orders to light up this cave. You said you came here on...
Yeah, on the Long Shadow.
You see him, like, flick his hand.
Z Misty steps straight at him and hits him with the strikes with the greatsword.
Cool, fine. Gonna roll initiative.
Okay. Everyone?
Yeah, everyone. You, as well, Blue, you'll hear all of this going off and you'll hear the sound of a greatsword go off. So roll initiative. We'll have you in the initiative order. If you want to do anything, you can do it on said turn.
20.
Right.
23.
Hang on. Let me get everyone on the combat tracker first.
Round?
You
Yeah,
will
you
get a
do.
surprise.
Get it. Oh, no, I keep dropping D4s on the floor. That's not good.
We'll come back to that in a second. But
This is not
the
decent.
weapons
Traps.
drop, they're quite spiky.
Yeah, it's like cow traps on around my bedroom. I rolled a 20. That's...
Oh, good job, buddy. You did it.
Thanks. Probably wanted to roll it in the next roll, but
Save the ones for the next one.
25.
Ooh. But Saber doesn't beat that, man.
I got a 20 plus 3, so yeah, 23.
It is a
18
competition,
plus
remember.
7.
It is.
If you're not first, you're
Big
last.
competition.
Yeah.
I'm definitely last.
I'm just going to stick a pirate in the sea so I don't lose the combat tracker
Oh,
on that
obviously.
particular pirate.
Why wouldn't
But that pirate is not here, nor
And we can't see it.
And they're not going to be
can
here.
you see it. It's just so I can keep them in the combat tracker so I don't lose my place, because if I bring them down to, or delete them by accident, they go. So if I leave that one as where they would be. Right, let's, let's
I see.
Saber. And as well, I need to add you as well, Blue. So let's get you on the board.
Yes, please.
Yeah, no,
I can
I'll put
drown
you
with
up
the
there.
pirate. Oh, okay. Or I
That's
can-
right, I'll put you in the trees. How's that?
Yay. I'm like George of the Jungle.
Okay, right. So, Z, what'd you get?
21.
21. Darian.
25.
25. Kaya.
7.
7. Saber.
23.
23. Blue.
8. See, I was foolish because before I set all of my spells to next day after a long rest spell, assuming that Blue would get a lovely little sleep, but I had to reset
Okay.
back.
Z, you Misty Step in. Give me an attack roll.
Do it.
I totally had this under control.
Is it a surprise round? Do I get advantage?
You do not get advantage on this attack roll.
Okay. 18 on the die, so 26, I think.
26. 26 does hit though. As you sort of spin on your heels, you appear in front of this half-orc who does not seem surprised that you've attacked and sort of goes for his cutlasses as you're like twisting through the air. Give me an attack roll.
I get to re-roll both of those because that was a 1 and a 2.
Cool.
And that's better. 11, 16 points of slashing damage. Do I get
Nice.
2 attacks?
Yes, you will get 2 attacks.
So 16 first, and then a 15.
15 to hit. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. You watch. Oh no, 15 hits. 15 hits. Sorry.
Oh.
Apologies.
Get it.
Good to know.
Not as good, so 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Nice.
Perfect. You watch as you Z flies forward, swings with the greatsword, catching this pirate twice. Pirate is going to first attack is going to miss because I believe a 9 is not going to hit you, Z. No. Perfect. You see the pirate swings out with cutlasses twice, misses both attacks. Darian.
Right. Yeah, he's a bit peeved because he felt like he had the situation under control, but now he has to think on his feet, and he's just going to. Yeah, I guess he's just going to run over to the closest. Yes, he's going to run over to the closest. I'm guessing the other pirates around us are looking like they're. Yeah, they're going to attack as well. Yeah, so I'm just going to go up and attack that pirate. Pirate number 4.
Pirate number 4. Cool.
Yeah.
Give me an attack roll.
That is a 16 rolled with 23.
23 does hit. Roll damage.
Kill it.
Oh, I feel like we haven't fought for a while, so I'm a little bit. I don't know. I'm actually underprepared. 1 second.
Rusty, bro. Don't be rusty.
No, I haven't got my.
D40 on there.
Hey.
14. Oh wait, no, 14. 18 points of damage.
Yeah.
Get that.
You rush over, rapier, and skewer this guy straight through the heart. You hear like screams, Blue, as this.
And I guess as this happens, I
Yeah.
turn back into my normal self. As I skewer him, and I chuck him into the fire.
Cool. You swing him round into the fire. There's like you hear a scream, Blue, and then like just a load of logs move and like just a big as flames erupt around him. I forgot. Saber and Kaya, would you like to make attack rolls on who you were targeting with your held action? That's my fault. Apologies.
Yeah, it
Chris,
was.
give yourself disadvantage.
I think I was
The
definitely aiming
inspiration.
for the pirate that Z attacked.
Yeah,
the orc.
Yeah.
Cool.
And-
Both of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Cool.
nat 20.
Oh.
Nice. Double those dice.
Blues!
I
Chris,
am.
turn it red. Chris, turn it red.
Yeah.
He's done it.
We're not
Right.
truly in battle if it's not red.
Oh my god, everything's coming up Saber today.
It's because I wasn't necessarily in the battle. It was still blue.
That's going to be 11 piercing damage.
Cool. And Kaya, what did you roll?
I rolled a 19.
19 hits.
Yeah, don't sound disappointed.
I know, but it was one off Saber, wouldn't it?
Oh, okay, fair. It is a competition. Sorry. I
And
forgot.
that would be 9 points.
9.
Nice.
Oh, can I also psychic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you're psychicking, can I just say, if we're going on added up all the rolls together, I'm definitely in last place.
No.
Good job.
I definitely am.
Well, if we're playing golf rules, then.
Oh yeah, sure. Go on, what was psychic? Sorry.
It was just 1 point of psychic damage.
That might be
Okay.
it. That might be the killing point.
Cool. No, he is still standing, unfortunately. As we move on to this would have all happened is when Z first attacked, so it's now back to Saber. Oh, can I also have stealth checks from both of you, please?
Ooh, good call.
Oh, 2 dice for that. Nat 1.
Ooh.
With the
Inspiration
plus
for you.
3 is for no more inspiration.
Oh, that's sad. Mine. I rolled another 19. I think this dice likes 19. It's very nice for me. But it's also plus 6, I think it is on stealth. So 20. No, that doesn't feel right. Oh, yeah, it's plus 6. 25.
As you fire both your shots, you hear one of the pirates shout, shots fired from the cliff. There's more of them. Yeah. Look, there's a shiny elf. And points at Saber.
Look at him glow.
Cool.
But Saber, it's you.
That's my go. Okie dokie. Right. How far away are these 3? They're going to be close enough. Oh yeah, 65 feet. I could definitely do something with that. Oh yes. What have we got? Oh, I've got nothing that goes over 60 feet. Good. Okay, well then that's not going to happen.
Do you not?
No, I changed everything for
Oh, you guy.
healing. Got no spells, so I can best.
Flame does, I guess.
No, not got it equipped.
Right.
I have got Sacred Flame. That's 60 feet.
I was gonna say.
And the nearest one.
60 feet.
Spiritual
It's-
weapon,
no.
60 feet too.
I think I'm 65, aren't I?
You're 60 feet, I think. I just measured it.
Yeah, the wind will
Okay.
blow you in occasionally if you're on a tree or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 60 feet from the one in the middle.
Nice.
65
Okay.
from the one on the edge, and 70 from the one at the bottom. So, middle one you can target.
Okay, cool. Let's do a. No, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to
Like,
fire twice using my War
Priest.
Priest. Yep, and remember what that is. I'm going to fire twice at the half orc again.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, do that.
First one's a 10 to hit,
10 does not hit, I'm afraid.
and the second is even worse. It is a 6. 8
That
to
is
hit.
worse.
Sorry.
You see your first shot just goes over the top of the heads as the two orcs are battling, or the half orc and Z are battling it out, sort of ducking and weaving against blows. The arrow goes straight over. Your second arrow hits the barrel next to Z. As it hits it, it sort of splinters, and you see like honey begin to like drip onto the floor as you miss
terrain.
both your shots. Anything else from Saber?
I'm can I get past higher here and shimmy across this? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there's
I'm
enough
gonna-
room.
I'll make it as easy as I can.
Thanks.
You fall off.
I'm just gonna move a little bit closer. Not too much close, just close enough, and that'll be me. Thanks for not laughing, everyone. Terrible rolls.
Z.
Try.
Can I just ask, did the orc go before Darian, or was that part of the first round?
Yeah, he did.
Somehow
He
he's got
went
crazy
before Darian.
initiative.
Yeah, he missed both
Yeah.
of his attacks against you.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's good. That is good. Z will cast Hex on him.
Is that a saving throw?
and-
Because I don't think it is it?
No, it's
It
not.
just
It
happens,
just
yeah.
happens. And he's got disadvantage on any strength rolls,
Okay.
as in ability checks rather than saving throws. And Z will attack him again, first up with the first attack. 13 plus 8, so 21.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit.
So I now get 3d6s because of X. I get to re-roll that one. That's better. So 10, 15, 20 points. So I can break it down if you need me to.
No. 20 is you lift your greatsword, break it across his chest as you watch him drop to a knee and slump, and then just look up at you. Yeah. Very similar experience to what you've watched Z do before.
Yes.
Yeah. Then Z will, whilst he's in the prone position, Z will grab him by the neck. So try and grapple him.
Mhm.
And just try and grapple him first up. So he should. Well, if he uses strength, he's got disadvantage.
Oh yes, you can use Dex, can't you?
But he wouldn't think about that, would he? He's a dumb half orc.
He's a big
It's a
boy.
13.
Mine is an 18.
Yep.
Oh,
definitely
get it.
would have grappled him. You've got him round the neck.
Got him around the neck. So just bring the greatsword up to his neck and just parade him around to the rest of his insubordinates and say, "Throw your weapons down, or he dies."
Give me an intimidation check with advantage.
It's great.
Maybe you have inspiration if you need it to.
2 and a 19.
Oh,
So I think it's just 19. I've got nothing for him. Oh no, I have. So 21.
21. Amazing. 2 seconds.
Kaya's more intimidating than Z. Sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, go on. That's right.
As soon as it's their turn, let's just
Be their
this would be
pants.
quicker. It's not quicker because I can't then select. Right.
Are they fleeing?
Well, don't let them flee.
We don't want him to go.
Oh, for God's sake. Am I going to have to kill it?
Blue, you're up.
I don't want to do this.
Get your dogs out and get them to round them up like sheep.
Yes.
We're on the coastline. Everyone's going to see everything I do. I'm a big blue beacon.
Does anyone remember?
Okay.
which
Let's put this little scared emojis on these ones.
Which what?
So
What do you want us to remember?
3 of the bottom ones are scared, frightened, and have dropped their weapons and are running.
Okay.
Where's the frightened? There. Cool. 3 shots coming at you, Saber.
Ruh-roh. 3.
Okay. Let him have it.
I mean, he's the best one to aim for, I guess.
Okay. So that's going to be
B.
a dirty 20, a 17, and a 5.
Just a 20.
Just the 20.
Do your worst.
9 points of piercing damage. That is the worst.
Easy.
Not even
Yeah,
his
as you
A.
get shot in the shoulder by one of the crossbows. Z, you are going to get trying to attack.
Oh, yeah.
No, he's just going to run in with his cutlass and going to miss with a 7. You see this pirate. So these three here, they fire shots at Saber with crossbows. Pull out little hand crossbows, fire 3 shots. One of them hits. As the other two, one misses Saber by an inch. The other one wildly sticks in the cliff. The 3 here, and here begin to flee, drop their weapons after Z parading around their seeming their leader. As the last one runs up, pulls out an arrow from a quiver, dipped with a bright red crystal, and begins to notch a bow.
Kill him.
Blue.
Hi. Is it really me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
Remember, you know nothing about what is happening on the battlefield.
Everyone's screaming is what I
and-
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I promised I would go up. I'm holding a bee, and I don't want to be as rude as Saber, so I'm gonna gently put the bee down and just blow it off my hand. Like a big... Like, that's the kindest I can be. It's going into lavender, I make sure it's cushioned. And then, sprint my speed, so 30 feet. Do I see anything at that point?
Yeah, you're only 20 foot away, so you come up the hill, arrive here.
Okay, and people are fleeing towards me.
You see 3 pirates aiming crossbows at Saber on a cliff. You see 3 pirates running in your direction, terrified, no weapons on them. You see 1 notching a bow, and you see Z holding a half-orc by the throat.
I see all of these things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Awesome, cool. I am going to make a line of the girls. I think 60 feet. I don't want to drag on the map because of my visuals. But I believe I'm within 60 feet of the purple-ish one. So I'd want to make them in like a line with 2 of them at least within range of that, and I want all of them to basically just be within 5 feet of, or whatever the range is for my thing.
You move them. I put them on the map for you. You move them where you want to move them.
Okay.
So say the one closest to you is 50 feet away.
Okay, sweet. Yeah. Well then.
45,
No, I think
depending on how you count.
Yeah, we're just doing a line here.
Okay.
Like we are a wall. And I guess 2 back here.
Cool. Do they act on your initiative or their own?
That is an excellent and handsome question that you say right there. Let me click the right spell. Blah 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 blah. Choosing your own. Summon creatures are friendly. That's not what I want. Roll initiative for the summon creatures as a group, which acts on its turn.
Amazing.
10. I don't know what the initiative of a wolf is.
Unless it's 11, they go between me and you.
I wish it was 1 lower, but that's fine, I guess. They have a dex of 2, which is plus mine, so I guess it is at least a 12.
12. Cool. Fine. So, anything else from you?
Those guys are my action. In for a penny, I guess. So we're doing the bear totem. Who's gonna come up because that's bonus action. Spirit totem's coming up, and yeah, I would love a 60-foot diameter sphere that can cover most everyone. Well, no, most everyone. I guess Darian and Z and the most of the wolves, if we can, anywhere in there. Oh, awesome! Look at that.
Is that? That's
like
60 foot. That's 60 foot. No, that's too big. Hang on.
That's 120.
Radius.
Boo!
Yeah.
It's 60. It's
a
30-foot radius, so 60-foot diameter.
Yeah.
I would love that though.
Half
Just
that.
give me that.
Yeah, let's do
No.
that.
Real cool.
There you go.
Boo! Look at
Boo.
that. What's this?
Great.
Okay. Well,
None of the wolves.
no wolves.
Just Darian.
And Z.
That's Darian Z. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
What
Do
does that
you
do?
worry about the wolves more or Darian and Zeno?
You guys. The wolves are spirits. They won't die.
What does this do again?
Yes, you get 10 health because it's Oh
Another
wait, no,
10.
it might be 11 actually. Let me double check. Apologies.
These are temporary.
Points, so, right?
Temporary, yes. You get bear totem each. Blah blah blah. 5 plus my druid level, so you get 11.
Nice.
In addition, advantage on strength checks, saving throws whilst in the aura. So no one else will be able to gain the temporary hit points, but we will be able to gain the strength in the aura.
You watch this giant bear appear out of blue makes the sort of shape of a bear, and this bear just appears and then rushes forward into this forward and gets bigger and bigger, and then just sort of like bursts into this huge bear like hanging above you guys. Anything else from blue? Any movement?
I've already moved to get here, unless
Cool.
I can move more.
I think you got another 10 feet if you want to move 10 feet. It's 20 foot up the hill.
Sure, we'll go Dorgan Alley.
Cool. Kaya, then. You're up.
Well, I would like now. See, now that blue is taken over the left road, but what I would like to do is shoot the motherfucker with the flamey crystal
Yeah.
arrow, and I would like
Yeah.
to hunter's mark him
The
before I
yellow
do
one.
it.
Cool. Bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
He suddenly becomes just
A
all
beacon.
pieces of skin available become tattooed
Fantastic.
in weird symbols.
Yeah.
They're also
I'm
wearing
not-
a Nirvana shirt.
I'm not gonna sharpshooter it just in case I miss, because that would be.
Come on, you'll do it right
Really?
once.
I mean, one day, but it will. I'm not sure it'll be today.
Fair enough. You evil little faith.
Oh no, it was a good thing I didn't, because that was only a 10 on the dice, which is an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Fantastic.
Nuggets.
I will. And I'm also doing my dreadful strike on this one too.
Nice.
Oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. That'll be 8 points of piercing damage
Yep.
and 1 point of psychic.
Yep. Anything else? Is that it?
Well, that's it for this attack. Is he
Did you get anything for
alive?
Hunter's Mark?
I already did the Hunter's Mark damage. It was a 2.
Cool. You shoot him in the leg, goes straight through his thigh as he screams out in pain, but he is still standing upright. As he sort
Fantastic.
of,
I will take my
leans on the
second
box.
shot.
Yeah.
And attack him again, please.
It's like Legolas at Helm's Deep trying to kill the fucking
Yeah, literally. Legolas, bring him down. Oh, that's better. That's better. That's a 16 plus the 8.
24.
Thank you. Yeah.
definitely hits.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's real good. That's a 5. Oh, I forgot the +3 on the last one.
No. 18 goes
Cool.
to. Well, just +3. 21.
You shoot this guy a second time as he sort of screams out in pain, leans on the box, looks up at the cliff, and gets a hit straight in the face. As he goes down.
Thank God for that.
It's alright, I had him covered.
yeah, of course.
Anything else from Kaya?
No, that's it.
That's the gist of it.
There's
Okay.
two bonus action and 2 actions, and I think I'm fairly happy with my positioning because I can shoot them all, and I don't want to risk having to go near Saber because 1, they've not seen me unless I need to do another stealth check, and also
I don't want to risk him falling off if I try and get past him.
But he hit Squawkson.
I didn't mean to hit him that hard.
Okay.
But you did.
Don't do any insight checks on that.
I don't know what happened yet. So you're going to be in for another round of it at some point.
Okay. Z, he is going to try and break the grapple. So you need to beat a 22.
Advantage on strength checks.
Is that
You say you've got it. You've
Yeah.
not even killed yours yet.
okay? Was he used acrobatics?
Mhm.
Fair enough. No, 15 highest.
Cool.
Hang on, I'm using my inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's better. Natural 20.
Nice. You watch as he jumps
girl.
up, puts 2 feet on Z's chest, and tries to push away from Z while she's still got her hand around his neck, and he just chokes himself as Z grips tighter. And yeah, you just hear this sound as he's trying to pull away from Z, who's got her hand wrapped round his Adam's apple.
Death grip.
Giving up with that, he's going to pull a small dagger out of his bandlaw and try and attack Z with it out of desperation. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits, funny enough.
Oof.
You take 7 points of piercing damage as you are stabbed in the stomach.
That's a lot for a dagger.
Ouch.
Nah,
It's a big old dagger.
That's a big old dagger.
I want that dagger.
It's big old muscles carrying that dagger.
That's his turn. He can't do anything else. So Darian.
Right, I'm going to turn back and just shout over to Z, try and keep him alive, please. Don't, just keep him alive. Let's tie him up or something. And then I'm going to run the opposite way and I'm going to go and sneak attack this bastard. Pirate number 2.
Go for it.
A 9 on the dice. 1 second.
1.
That's a 16.
Nice. It's pretty good.
16 to hit.
16 to hit is definitely going to hit.
Nice.
Giggling with his fiance.
Let's have a look. What the sneak attack does to him.
Ooh, shake them dice. That was good tactile sound.
Hello. Right.
Hello.
So 12, 17, 18, 19 plus. So that'll be 23 points of damage.
Holy hell.
Nice.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I rolled 2 6s and a 5 on my sneak attack right there.
That's pretty good.
You rush up, sort of flick your rapier up, catch it in your hand, so it's like the blade's facing you this time. Literally go up behind this guy and slice his throat as he just drops.
Can I try and chuck him in the fire as well?
Push him into the fire as well for his corpse.
But the smell.
There is like a loud,
Like
yeah,
roast
just a
pork.
loud sound as more smoke billows out upwards.
It's going to be a signal to the
We don't want to leave any traces of dead people.
Or a big signal to a pirate ship.
Yeah, it just looks like they're doing their job, smoking them out.
Oh, come on.
Anyway, that's my
Sorry.
turn, by the way. That's my turn. Yeah, nothing else I can do, really.
Saber.
So my laptop just completely died. So I'm assuming all of the pirates are in the same position as they were before.
Yeah, nobody's moved. The little ones, yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if I can move my character because
That's okay.
VTT is not loading.
That's cool. You tell me what you want to do.
Well, how high are we? We're 30 feet up, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Remember, it's diagonals, so you're not firing 30 feet extra. You're just firing down on these people.
No, I had a different idea. I was going to try and use my new mace on. I was going to just load it in. This is good. I can do some measuring. What's no? That's too far. Shit. No, I am going to shoot. I'm going to shoot. No, this is going Very badly. My laptop's having a little baby. Sorry.
It's alright, mate.
There we go. Right, I'm going to shoot the one with the darker purple ring next to the fire.
wolves. Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't see him. Actually, no way. I'm gonna shoot the one next to the wolves.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. Pirate number 5.
Pirate number 5. Oh, that's good news.
Not if you live at number 5.
No.
I guess not. Yeah.
Wow.
I have a
Pretty
name. I have dreams. My name's Darian.
12 to hit.
12 does hit.
12 hits. Oh shoot!
Oh, what a poor guy.
I was not expecting that.
Just imagine being this guy. He's like just in front of 8 wolves that have just spawned out of nowhere, and then an arrow.
There's 4 points of damage.
Okay.
4 points of damage.
That's it.
I guess he could be doing worse.
Yeah, you watch as this pirate is like flailing around, running towards as these wolves just raise from the ground and begin growling as he sort of like applies the brakes as a arrow whizzes past his head and cuts into his head. As he like blood splatters out onto the ground as he's like yelling and screaming. Yeah.
Cool. And then let me just check. I can do this. Yeah, as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on Blue.
Me,
Amazing.
my boy.
And I'm going to move my 20 feet. Where's my? No, not the ruler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4. 1, 2 minutes. To move there. A bit closer to the ledge. How dangerous is that going to be?
Oh, if you're moving there, I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from, dexterity saving throw from you there.
For most people, it's not that dangerous, but for you,
Really dangerous. I've got good dexterity.
I'll just take a step backwards.
Oh, okay. So
No,
I won't.
you do what you want to do.
No. Well, I've got this idea. It's definitely going to hurt me. But I don't want to risk not being able to do it. So I'm going to take a step back for now.
Fine. Move there.
There.
Cool. Then we are on to Z.
I just noticed we didn't kill the. Oh damn it! My bad. Yeah, sorry, go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my bad. No, my bad. Sorry.
Z with an unarmed strike will try and rip the thick windpipe out of this orc.
Oh shit.
Okay. Cool.
Yes. Really good as a talk after that, yep.
Yeah, that was exactly what I thought.
16 to hit.
16 definitely hits.
That is.
Doesn't matter what your damage is.
Okay,
You
seven.
literally squeeze the life and pull as you hear this sickening, just squishy noise as the windpipe comes out. He crumples, clutching at his throat, and you watch him bleed out very quickly.
Excellent. Throw him to the floor, and then strike at this pirate that's tried to have a go. I think he did have a go at me.
He did.
11.
11 hits.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh no, sorry. 11 doesn't hit. 11 doesn't hit.
11 doesn't hit.
No. 11
Then
doesn't hit.
I whiff wildly at this chap. So Z would have lit her sword up and then swung, but it doesn't matter. But for
You'll take
Theomatrix, she swung with a sword, a lit up sword, and takes 1 point of necrotic damage.
Cool. Pirates. Saber,
Yeah.
can I have a luck check from you? Because it's always fun making you do luck checks.
It is, because you suck at rolling dice. Sorry.
I rolled a 16.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
I'm always rolling good when I'm not meant to.
Okay, so attack of opportunity
Uh-oh.
from one of the wolves.
One off. Awesome. Do they get pack tactics? I can't remember.
No, because you're not 5 feet within next to each other, I think.
What if they're all 4.9 feet?
No.
Rude. Within. It depends what you define within. Because I don't think they're 5.1. I think they're 5.
No, it's they have to be next to each other
Well,
for it to count as 5
I wish
feet.
I knew that. Attack of opportunity, sure. Let's do it. It's baby. They get a 10 plus something else. Plus 4. 14.
14 hits, roll damage.
Kill him.
My thing just gives me extra health, I believe. Oh, these are magical for the sake of attacks, if we didn't already know. Plus 2. So that is a 7 points of damage.
Oh, in which case he doesn't move at all. As one of your wolves bites up and crushes the face of this pirate.
Yeah, that was baby.
Okay.
Baby's on protect mode.
You watch as the pirate number 7 here runs to the edge of the cliff,
Swan
dives into
dive.
the sea. And disappears from view.
Fuck me.
As there is a splash.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry.
Damn it.
Let me do because I want to do.
Go and eat him, Blue.
Does not taste good.
You watch pirate number 9 do the same thing. Follow suit as they both dive into the water.
Starters and mains. That's outrageous.
Okay, Z, you are going to be hit. And unfortunately, I get to double the dice for once.
No.
But
Halve those
that
dice.
is only 7 points of slashing damage as the pirate next to you attacks.
That was doubled.
One is going to make an attack against Darian. He's going to rush up. Or I say rush, move 5 feet.
How fast do you think a dog
Does
can?
a 13's not going to hit you, I don't think.
No.
And the other one, in fact, I don't think you can see Saber, and it doesn't look high as there, so he's going to attack you as well with a bow, and is going to even do worse. So neither of those attacks hit, and I think that's them. So wolves.
Oh, they've not. Oh, that was an opportunity attack. Sorry, I thought they'd all gone, but they haven't. Ugh, what? Yeah. How quick is a doggy paddle, Chris?
I mean, they're not. I think dogs are quite used to water, but they're not. I don't know if they're as quick as human is in water, but you can certainly jump in if you want.
Nope, they don't want. They were just curious. They hate the water. They love the snow. Okay. Oh, fuck me. This is. They're gonna kill everyone, I guess. Alright, we'll do 1 20 feet move, 1 30 feet move. We still need a back line. That can be, I guess, the guys on that side. That's a 30-ish. That's
Dead.
30. Yeah, these guys are gonna die. Okay, and then spread the D. Right. Yep, those guys are, I guess, dying. Do you want me to roll or?
Yeah, roll.
Roll. All right, so they all get advantage. Or at least
They all
Horace.
get advantage.
1, 2, 3. 3 of them get advantage. The 3 that can hit, I guess.
Mhm.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
Pluses. What is the wolves plus? To hit was a 4, right? Okay, so 18 plus 4, 22 to hit for one of them. For the
Yep,
top
22 hits.
Let's go top down. So this is orange. And then they get this. And that is 5 damage.
Cool. Still standing.
Okay, they need to make a strength saving throw of DC 11 or be knocked prone.
They rolled a 19.
Okay, they're fine. Next wolf down is the lilac kind of one. They are going to also attack the top guy. They do even better. They do 19 plus 4, so 23.
Definitely hits.
Okay. That is the exact same roll, so that's another 7 to damage.
Cool. Chomps at his arm, rips it off. Yep. Dead.
By the way, for my theming, they're not like me. They are wolves. They can do their own thing. They like to hunt. They eat meat. These people are unfortunately meat for them, and they are protecting me. And then 14 plus 4, so 18.
18 hits.
How can you be so good at murder but hate it so much?
Me?
Yes.
Oh my god, how am I rolling the exact same thing? I'm just good at it, I don't know. Yeah, 7 damage again.
Cool.
And then a strength saving throw if they're not dead.
They are not dead. And that is a 14.
Okay, they are fine then. Okay, that is all the wolves moved. All the wolves that can attack have attacked. That is the wolves' turn.
Blue.
It's me. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the problem. It's me. Okay. Blue is gonna see these guys lovely swan dive. Blue's gonna move 30 feet to here. Oh shit, it's an action. And I guess as a snake, turn into a snake, and then slowly slither down, droop down the cliff edge with gravity, if that's possible.
It's pretty much a straight drop for 40 feet.
Yeah.
Diving.
As long as I can get off the top. I don't think I can dive. I've not got the movement, unless you'll give me some like jump speed.
I don't have that.
If you say it's an action to wild
It's a
shape.
wild shape, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't have an action to jump then. You would just literally be sat on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
that's what I'm.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be slithering close to these boys as a snake.
Cool. I will
Wolves
get
are
your-
still up. That's that. Yeah. Okay. I can't bonus action or anything because I've done it all.
For some reason, I don't know why your snake is still injured, but yeah, you were.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's because I can heal it. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's you.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Should be good soon.
Kaya.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hi.
What's up?
Just in the basement.
Yeah. Moving about a little bit. Who's now not dead? Right, there's the one by Z and there's the one by Darian.
Correct.
I would
there's two in the
suggest
water.
that I can't see the ones in the water, so that's no use to me. The wolves have just rushed over to do the helping. Z's just killed the guy by ripping his throat out, which means she hasn't turned to the one that's rushing up at her. So I'm probably going to aim for that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Give me a sec.
I would also like to remark with my hunters because
Yeah.
I killed the last guy. That may-
Yep. Replay Hunter's Mark.
Thank you. Cool. Do we sharpshooter? Do we risk it? Should we give it a go? Let's give it a go.
Go
'Cause He's
on!
not going to die anyway, is she? I'm going to have 2 shots. Let's give it. I'm going to hunter's mark, please. No, I've done that. I'd like to sharpshooter, please, Chris.
Yep. So it's a
Blow this guy's
-5
brains
to
out.
your. Yeah,
Minus
minus
five.
5.
Yep.
Remember, you can lie if you need to.
So it's 14 plus 8, take 5.
So yeah,
Oh,
you're definitely going to hit with a
That's
19.
a big hit.
It's a 19? I can't
No,
remember.
I think
It's
it's
definitely going to hit
17.
though.
It's over 12.
Fantastic. Yeah.
You did it!
Cool.
You did
Roll
it!
damage.
Sharp that shoot. This does
Oh
good,
my gosh.
right?
I've forgotten what
Headshot.
it does.
It does a lot.
It does
Oh, I
a lot,
remember.
right? It's quite cool. What
Can't
is,
remember if
it's in
it's
plus
adds
10
to-
to whatever, to the hit,
Or is it
to
in the
the
features?
to the points. Okay, so we roll. Oh, rolled an 8 on my d8. So that's 8 plus 3 is 11.
Yeah, plus 10. Damn.
Plus, so it's 11, so that's 21. Plus another 1, because my hunter's mark was
22.
rubbish, so that's 22 points of piercing, and then 2 points of psychic.
Damn.
You watch this. You
my
watch
God,
these
what's that?
tattoos appear on this pirate in front of you, Z, and then
He's a
they
young
all
boy.
congeal in this big blob on the side of its head. And as it sort of panic-stricken looks at its hand, you watch an arrow go through its head right in the center of that spot, come out the other side, and the figure just collapsed to the ground.
Oh, that's so
Um,
good.
Yeah,
I want to see that in slow-mo.
Yes.
Pink, so if you're cool
It's dead.
pink.
It was so
cool.
good.
I would like to then turn to the other one that's still alive, and try and hit him too with just a nice normal shot.
go for it.
Do 360 the first one, but not this one.
Yeah. Well, I can't hunt as much this one because I'm gonna use my bonus action. So,
True that.
so that's a dirty 20 to hit.
It's pretty good.
Definitely hits.
Yeah. So now I get my D. Oh, this is pretty good. That's a 7, and I also get the proficiency bonus on this, right? This is another +3.
It's dead.
Yeah.
As you watch Kaya like full on lean up, fire, and then sort of like half trick shot the second one, like with a sideways bow rather than a straight, like upright one.
Kill shot! Kill shot!
You guys are
No, we're
out
not.
of combat.
I'm
Oh,
not.
wow. Snakey's gonna hunt the.
I guess I run
The-
60 feet as a snake then.
Z will move to here, get out her giant bow and fire
Yes!
a javelin at if I can see a pirate in the water.
Cool. I need a Blue. You're jumping in with as a snake.
Yeah.
Cool. I need a athletics check from Blue.
Yup. Snake blue.
And Z, I need a perception check from you. You have dark vision, I believe?
Yep.
Cool, so this is just straight.
Unnatural 20. 60
Cool.
plus 4.
I think it's 14 on dice.
It's probably good.
17.
Okay. Blue, you take
Mhm.
7 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the water. That's the first thing that happens.
Let's heal. Done.
Snakes, I believe, don't have a swim speed.
This one has a 30-foot swim speed. Coral reef snake.
Yes, it does, because it's coral. Okay, cool, that's fine.
It swam up to me in my dream.
Okay, Z. Oh, hang on. Well, I've lost the map now. I think I've gone too far. There we go. Z, you spot one of the pirates in the water swimming away from you.
Then I fire
Cool. Give me an attack roll.
my
A javelin, yeah.
big javelin. Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Cool.
Because you have
It's 6 on the die.
Great.
What does the... Hang on. It's a +9. So 15 to hit.
15.
15 definitely hits.
Boom.
Roll damage.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Imagine getting like pushed down into the water by a javelin after swimming in fear.
That's the D8. No, that's a D10. That's a D8. That's
I
a
question
D8.
our morality often.
They're pirates.
It could be Darian or Z.
So 11 points of damage.
You fire your javelin into this fleeing pirate, hits him square in the chest, and you watch the sea become red with blood as he splits in half.
And then the sharks come.
You are now down one javelin, and unless you're wishing to
Yeah,
retrieve it,
I'm just about to
Straight
delete
dive.
Blue, you fall into the water. There's a massive splash as blue snake form hits the water. Give me a perception check.
That's still my perception because it's a wild shape, so I keep my wisdom. 13.
Cool. You open your eyes under the you head under the water. Can't see anything in the gloom. Head above water, you see this pirate get nailed by a javelin. Sniffing around, tongue out, tasting the air. You can taste the salt and the blood.
I have blind sense. Whether that works in waves and like sounds happening, I don't believe.
I would say you're getting used to the waves as you swim around. How far out are you going?
Pretty far out. I know that this is a high priority. Like, I have been in my head this entire time very worried because I think all of this thing was very loud and noticeable from away from here, which there are more people at. So I'm like, okay, this guy's going away. I mainly want to try and poison him, but I think that's also going to kill him. But we're just trying to not think about that
keeping
right now.
our eyes peeled as well.
So I'm going pretty far.
yeah.
I'm going as far as I can go. Is the answer to the question.
Cool. Kaya, Saber, Darian, what are you guys up to?
Kaya, how are we going to get down? I can't Misty Step again.
Oh, in which case,
Elf
I
training.
will walk over to Saber, and if anyone remembers differently, correct me. But I'm pretty sure I'm currently spring.
Mm-hmm.
So I would
You never changed it from on top of the mountain.
Which is
I think you were spring because you transported.
I was happy. I transported.
Who did you transport?
Blue's best mate.
Blue's friend.
Oh,
Butcher.
Butcher?
Yeah.
The guy with the biscuit.
Yeah.
Butcher.
You moved him and he thought it was amazing. So yes, you are still spring.
Cool.
Okay.
In which case, then I will walk up to Saber and put my hand on his chest and Misty Step him instead of me, or face step him instead of me.
Oh, thank
Cool.
you.
Where are you face stepping him to?
Just back to
Just
that
the safety.
lavender bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
30 feet off the cliff. There you go.
Thanks.
You reappear in knee-high lavender.
Cool. How are you going to get down?
Also, I assume you can change it because maybe it might just be in the edit section of D&D Beyond or something, but I can see it on your character sheet under racial traits.
Yeah, it is. You can pick seasons, but I'm not sure I'm always the best at.
Just do it now.
Remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
That's cool.
3.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even a thing.
I take 3 points of damage.
Almost as more
How
than
many
Squawks.
do I have? So
Well, what are you going to do?
that was one. So when I went up, I used a Misty Step, which was a spell. That was a phase step to get Saber back. So I've technically got 2 phase steps left.
Oh,
Face step down.
So I can just. I think I've also got. I could also have a. Yeah, I've got 1 more second level spell, but maybe I'll save that. Yeah, I'll just face step myself, please.
Cool. Face step down off the cliff. Darian, what are you up to?
I will
Do you mean Captain Drac?
stroll over. I will stroll over to the tent, and have a look, see what's in the tent. I guess.
Look in the cave too.
As you approach the tent, as you get towards the tent flap, you can hear sort of groaning from inside.
Yeah. Well, I'll go on in and see what the crack is in there.
Cool. As you move the tent flap, you see inside is a almost looks like a wooden dental chair.
Ooh.
So, like wooden dental chair, shackles on either side for wrists, and the legs are sort of splayed apart, and are also shackles there. Shackled to the chair is a elderly man, say between 60, well, no, so 70 to 80 years old.
Human man.
Human man. He's shirtless, wearing like a pair of small shorts. He is covered in tiny cuts across his body, and there is blood seeping from either side of him as it's sort of like flowing to the floor. Both of his eyes are black. One of them is shut with the force from his injuries. There's shut, and there's just like a slit. He, as you can see, his like mouth is all bloody. He's missing 3 of his teeth in the front. You also see the chains that are... Oh, in fact, give me a perception check. Or investigation check, sorry. Investigation as you enter the tent.
A natural 20. I'll take that.
You see that the chains around his wrists and ankles are glowing, sort of like pulsing. I will tell you the colour, as I've forgotten to get that for you, so just give me 2 seconds. But they are pulsing with magical light.
Ooh. I know what's happening.
Talk amongst yourselves for a second.
I'm waiting to say a specific word depending on the colour you say.
Oh, that...
Is it another colour?
Well, Darren's just going to ignore this guy and pretend he's not there, and start looking for some loot.
And Saber is going to be looking for my big.
Sorry, pulsing with like blue light, like the light here.
Blue light.
Like the double those dice sign as it is right this second.
What colour would you say that is again, sorry?
I'll just rush over and attempt. I know that it looks like there's some sort of magic going on, but I'm going to attempt to try and break him free from his restraints.
Cool. They look solid, like they're solid metal shackles, each with a key slot. But this is in this tent, other than this person. Is a small table filled with bloody tools. So there is like a hammer.
Can I try and pick the lock?
Yeah, you can try and pick the lock.
Alright. Is that sleight of hand?
So it's surrounded in blue magic, right? Blue. Andy didn't like that self blue there.
That is a 16 plus 7. What's 16 plus 7?
23.
23.
You like which lock are you trying? Is wrist or
ankle?
I guess I'll go for the wrists. Yeah, first. Probably, the first.
As you begin to who's there?
Converse with him.
Don't worry. I'm here to save you. I'm just trying to get you free. My name's Darian.
Are they gone?
Yes, we've dealt with them. Don't you worry.
Free me! As you
don't
please.
think I'm doing that right now.
As you hear the lock click and one of the bindings comes off.
There you go. And then, yeah, I'll go in for the next one, I guess. I'll just keep going.
You begin to keep picking these locks. Z, you can give you one last perception check.
Good job. Lie if you need to. That doesn't look like a good face.
16. 13 on the die.
That's great.
16. You stare into the watery depths at the bottom of this cliff. See no pirate appear amongst the waves.
How many did you kill down there?
There's one left.
You study this water for just hoping for a glimpse of a foot or a hand or something so you can take aim and fire at. But nothing comes as Blue, you swim around in the water.
Yes.
Again, tasting no other scent other than blood and salt.
I would also head somewhat towards. I would try and think logically. What the closest thing to us right now that they could swim to is the boat, right? In my head.
I mean, closer would be beach. Back the way you came would be beach. Would be closer
From
than
the general
boat,
direction
but
I saw them dive off towards. Does that give me any inkling of?
I mean,
it's the beach?
even diving off this cliff here, it would be quicker to get back to shore, like to the beach, rather than go to the boat. Give me just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, that's my intelligence. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 12.
Well, it's high enough. You blocked their only escape path down the road with wolves, and having to flee in any direction they could, they would have dived into the water. It wouldn't have been the first choice they had of fleeing. So you're not sure whether they're heading to the boat or heading to shore. I mean, logically, in a straight line, it's the boat.
Yeah.
But it's quicker to go back to shore than it would have been, and it would have been an easier going to go back to shore.
Whatever my 12 intelligence gives me, I'll be heading the way I think, I guess.
Either or.
Whichever direction they were closer to facing
you
when they
pick.
immediately dived. Oh, I don't. Which way is closer to the west currently?
West would be back towards the cave. I mean, because the map. But look,
if this map was north.
If this map was north, west would be out to sea.
Yeah. South
East would be back to shore, and south would have been to the boat.
We're going to the boat, I guess.
Okay, cool. Swimming out to the boat. How far are you going out to sea?
Until I get to the boat, I guess. I have 3 hours of this, so not more than an hour and a half away.
Cool. You would do that. Darian's freeing the trap. Saber and Kaya are back on ground. Z, you're looking out for this pirate in the water.
Yeah.
Darian, you would. Oh.
I was going to say, if Z can't see anything, she would rage and then dive in.
Cool. You rage, dive into the water. Can I have an acrobatics check from Z, please?
Oh fuck! I didn't say I moved my thing. Sorry.
11.
Cool. You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage, which would have been halved down to 5 as you hit the water. Almost like too far over a flip, and sort of like hit the back of your legs quite hard on the water. But dive in. It's cold. It's rough seas, but you're raging. Begin to swim.
First up, she would just do a quick look round to make sure he's not hiding on the cliffs at the bottom.
Cool. Give me a perception check.
Fuck off, dice. Let's see if this one's any better. A little. 16.
16. Okay. Yeah, there's nobody hiding under the cliffs. Yeah, it's straight, flat rock and jagged. Sorry, it's straight. There's no like crevices to hide in, and it is jagged rock. So it would be pretty hard to hide, especially because the waves are like pulsing against this cliff, pushing the water, like pushing everything into it. You're getting like dragged back and having to swim like 10 feet, and then getting pulled back 10 feet as the power of the waves are like pulsing against the rocks. Cool. Darian, eventually you get the locks broken. I need to save my queen.
Your queen?
Help me up.
All right. Well, who are you, by the way? What's your name?
Just help me up.
Oh, all right. 1 second, mate, and I'll help him up. Can I get a name? Oh, my name's Darian. What's yours?
Still like Drash.
No, I don't like Drash anymore.
Oh, do you not? Okay, sorry.
No, because I attacked someone.
Okay, good boy. I like it.
As you like getting up, like help him up, he sort of like wobbly shakes, his legs shaking, stands. He's got his like arm round your shoulders.
Oh, I know what he is. Maybe is he what? We're talking about a queen. Is he like a human bee or some shit? Or am I just thinking too much into that?
Yes. It's the druid.
He turns. He's like his head sort of lolling slightly, faces you. Ulrich. And then he transforms into a bumblebee and begins to fly out of the tent.
Not even a thank you.
As that's all going on, Blue, you get to within about 90 feet of the ship at this point. It's taken you a while to swim out this far, going in a logical direction. As you sort of like coming at a slight angle to the ship, you can see like you're at the back end of the ship. You can see now I'm going to test my nautical knowledge. I think its port is left.
Yes.
I think
it is correct.
On the port side of the ship, you see somebody climbing up the rigging, a rope. As you sort of like get swept under a wave and up the other side, you see him like climbing over the edge of the ship, begin shouting. As you watch the ship
don't do this right now.
begin to
Looks like
turn.
we're gonna have to take the ship down.
I feel like
I think he's going to say some choice words in a second, though, which I don't enjoy.
And
saying.
that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's not fine.
What we do
I've
is
not slept.
we just rush the ship and just
I know. I'm
going
going to do that, but I'm alone.
I hope you guys enjoyed that session. Yeah, and we will see you everyone in a couple of weeks. Yeah.
I cried.
Take care, guys. Oh, massive display of fireworks from
boom,
Saber.
boom.
Yeah,
Big
cheers,
thumbs
guys.
up.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks for coming.